So, we're not going to get into a lot of the Summer Games Fest State of Play announcements this week, solely because Xbox and Nintendo have yet to go, and I figured it'd be better to save that for next week.
Things just lining up that way. We've got a guest next week, probably.
Yeah.
We've got more presentations that have yet to happen. And we've got plenty to talk about in the meantime, because today is, well, it was June 6th. It is now June 7th at 12:20 in the morning. But that means that we are a little bit over a year since the launch of the Nintendo Switch 2.
Absolutely. It's been a year, 2 days from right now.
You want to kick us off? How you feeling?
I'm feeling alright. It's been a year. I've had a lot of time to think about this funny little console that has consumed our minds for the last 2 years. And all in all, I'm happy with it. I think there's a lot that could be improved, but for what it is and for what we've got of everything, it's been enough to make me satisfied so far. There's still a lot of stuff I want to see. There's still a lot of stuff I hope that they fix with certain games and console features and everything, but they're slowly but steadily, making improvements, and hopefully it just leads to something truly special.
I feel
but
similar.
Yeah, so far I've pretty much got all the stuff I want, third party wise, enough to keep me going. I just got some digital games, just boot up Tetris 99 or Madden or whatever before I go to bed. It's got everything I really need, but it could always be better.
That's fair.
But I'm good.
Fair.
Sorry, I rambled.
No, I mean that's the point.
Yeah, true.
We'll dig into more specifics as we go, but I'm glad to hear that overall you're pretty satisfied.
I think it's been a nice jump. It's been it's been a very satisfying jump in hardware.
Yeah.
And it's been very nice to, have the better Joy-Cons, have the better Pro controllers.
The better screen.
And the better screen, the kickstand, the
kickstand is nice.
The two-way
USBs. Tabletop charging mode.
It's great. It's all the things we wanted the original Switch to be.
Yeah, I will say that. Oh, sorry, were you done?
Yeah, I think I'm done.
Okay, I will say the hardware is probably the only part of it that I feel like is an unequivocal success.
Agreed.
Unfortunately, I would say that I am quite underwhelmed with the first year.
That I get. It's not like you're buying 20 billion games as they come out.
Yeah, because the thing about the release schedule is that people look back on it and they're like, well, we did have a first party published release pretty much every month, give or take. And that's true and all. The amount of content was there, but the quality wasn't really there because I know that we're never going to get a 2017 again. That was just unbelievably high quality.
Absolutely. But even still, 2023 is right there.
Yeah, but you get the point where it's 2023. Look, all I'm going to say is the Switch 2, it would be dead in the water if it didn't have backwards compatibility, is all I'm going to say.
I agree.
People, every single person that sits there and tells you that year one wasn't as bad as we think probably either plays every single game that comes out for a job or heavily relies on backwards compatibility. And I'm in the second camp because I really only play Bonanza, and then everything else is a Switch 1 game.
That's fair. That's kind of me too. I have a few more Switch 2 titles in my my catalog. I have the Switch 2 edition of Crossworlds. I have Madden. I've got Switch 2 versions of Sonic X Shadow Generations. Let's see. Anything else while I'm here? I mean, Fortnite, Rocket League both got a big boost on Switch 2.
Yeah,
which was very nice. And I've been playing a lot of Rocket League recently.
That's awesome to hear. I love Rocket League.
Me too. But yeah, I do agree with you. Having access to both Switch 1 and 2 titles at the same time really, really completes the experience. I
Yeah.
don't think it would have happened any other way.
Yeah, no,
But-
of course. I mean, it's not like I'm not sitting here saying like, "Oh, thank God it has it," because it was pretty much a given.
Yeah.
But the fact of the matter is that people will look at the amount of releases and say, "Well, that's good," when in reality, it's like we've got like more than one life sim game. Even if Tomodachi is a Switch 1 game,
That's true.
It was
Two of
one
those
of our
back
major-
to back.
it was one of our major releases. Year one of its major releases was also a Switch 1 game in the form of Metroid and or also Pokemon ZA.
Yep.
And then the other like 2 out of the 3 biggest Switch 2 games were racing games.
That's true. It was a very weird
So-
first year.
And then we like the other stuff that is actually distinct is like Yoshi and the Mysterious Book, which is like we don't really have a Switch 2 exclusive 2D platformer from Nintendo. But even still, it's Yoshi's not quite.
The level.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I was thinking about this the other day, where I feel like there's like 3 tiers of Nintendo games. There's like the A, B, and C in terms of like
Yeah.
the pool. The A is like the big 5.
Mario Kart, the Smash.
Yes, Mario Kart, Smash, Zelda,
Splatoon,
Pokemon, Mario,
yep.
and Splatoon. B tier is like the top of B tier is like your Pikmins and your Kirby's, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But then the rest of B tier is like respectable but not quite system selling, like Yoshi
Right.
games,
Tomodachi Life.
Tomodachi Life, arguably like Donkey Kong Country. And then like C tier stuff is just like stuff that comes out that is like not bad, but it's not like I would consider Switch Sports to be down there.
Yeah.
Dragon Drive and like ARMS and like Warriors games are down there.
Yeah.
Fire
I
Emblem
agree.
is also like a solid B tier, I would say, even if they want it to be more. But like the reality is that we got arguably 2 A tier games, and they were both within 60 days of launch.
That's true.
I just find myself being underwhelmed because even if games are coming out, they're not the type of games that I'm personally interested in, and they're also very hard games to like sell to other people. Like if I'm talking to one of my friends like, "Hey, we should like play Switch 2 sometime. Like we should get together and just hang out and play on our Switches." Like I don't have one. Like why don't you want one, dude? We've got Yoshi, we've got Pokopia, we've got Metroid Prime Switch 2 edition. Like how the like
Yeah, I
What
mean,
do
a
you
lot of
mean?
a lot of games so far have been like the single player titles. There hasn't been a lot of like multiplayer focus,
Mhm.
at least so far. Like unless it's online,
yeah.
like in the vein of Air Riders, because I'll get into it later, because I do want to go over just like kind of
We'll
our,
go over some
the game specific stuff.
specific games.
But a lot of it has been Mario Kart was
Terrible. I'll get into that.
we'll get into
Don't
it.
worry. Don't
But,
worry. I will.
Mario
back
Kart was
at-
like Mario Kart was like racing game. It's classic Mario Kart. You can't really fuck up the local multiplayer aspect of that. Donkey
Mhm.
Kong single player game.
yeah.
Drag X Drive. What the fuck? What even came out next? Kirby Air Riders. I don't know why you'd want to play Air Ride, but other than that, City Trials online.
Mm-hmm.
Metroid Prime, Pokemon single player games.
Mm-hmm.
Tomodachi Life, Pokopia, Life Sims.
A single player. Yeah.
Single player. And then what was the last one? Yoshi. Yoshi is also single player. And it's like Mario Wonder Switch 2 edition is probably the closest we get to something like, couch co-op local multiplayer since Mario Kart World. That's a little odd.
Yeah.
That's a little bit like what is going on there. The diversity is very, very weird.
Yeah. I just
It's been a very weird mix of games this first year.
on my criteria, I find that a lot of the games coming out are like B's and C's.
Yep.
And it's just I don't quite subscribe to the idea that we should be content with like that just because it's happening. Because like we'll get into it next week, but like the whole motif of like Sony fans is like their whole thing is settle for less. So like maybe I'm just a spoiled brat. But like I just feel that you have to be. It's kind of like how the PS5 is right now as well. Nice. Where it's like you really need to buy into like a specific genre or two to really get the most out of it right now. And as far as Sony goes, I don't really have faith that'll change.
Me neither.
At least until PS6 or later. Nintendo, on the other hand, it's pretty much guaranteed to change because they have way too many big franchises that cover way too many bases for them to just like not make any.
Yeah.
But I will say, from the point of view of just like the first year, like wrapped up with a bow or whatever, it is pretty underwhelming. Because, yeah, it's just like a lot of the stuff they're releasing is low quality, well, arguably low quality, and like at worst divisive. And a lot of it is like there's a lot of overlap with a lot of what they do. So
yeah, in a lot of weird ways too. Might I add?
Yeah. So yeah, that's where I'm coming from. I think the games are actually a pretty big letdown overall, which is really unfortunate. But
I kind of agree. I'm not as low on the game lineup. I've had fun with stuff like, Mario Kart. I've gotten into Mario Kart a little bit more over the last few months. We'll get into that. But, I don't think it's a terrible, fucking disgrace.
Like some people think.
Disgusting. Donkey Kong, I had a ton of fun with that game. Air Riders has one good mode, but that one good mode is really fun to me in particular.
City Trial,
yeah. I do fuck with some City Trial. And then, Metroid Prime, Pokemon, both Pokemon games, actually. All just kind of they've all got the same kind of vibe to me, where it's like I'll play them for a few hours maybe if I get that far in. But nothing has really hooked me since Air Riders, really. Maybe Tomodachi Life had it for a little bit, but that was a Switch 1 game.
Yeah, I really actually like Tomodachi Life. I think that is the most recent release that Nintendo has had that has really gotten me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Mario Kart World had me for a little bit. Before that, it was Tears or Wonder, whichever one came out later. I think Wonder. Yeah. Tears and Wonder were both bangers. Brothership was a banger. And then that was pretty much it until 2 years later when the Switch 2 came out. And then Mario Kart and DK grabbed me for a month each. And then Tomodachi Life grabbed me, but again, it's all Switch 1 games, which is I'm glad that they're still supporting the system, because I think that things like Tomodachi and Rhythm Heaven are the perfect thing, where
Agreed.
It's late stage console.
Absolutely agree.
It's maybe throw another WarioWare on there. That would be just really nice to see.
Yeah.
That everyone can enjoy. It keeps the system alive for longer, and it's it's not a throwaway dump title where it's just like how Donkey Kong Country Returns HD. That's a dump garbage title. That's just there to be there.
Yeah. It is a port.
Yeah, but
They're just padding out the last few months of the Switch.
Other than that, I mean, if you haven't gotten into the Switch ecosystem yet, the only reason I would ever suggest getting a Switch 2 is because I have faith in Nintendo to get the library going at some point, and you want to avoid the price increase.
Yeah. that does bump up in September $50.
Yeah, it's really weird right now because a year into this console's life, usually the first year is even if it's not the Switch 1, it's usually a pretty hype time all around.
Yeah.
And here, trying to convince someone to buy a Switch 2 is less of a sell and more of a threat. Price is going to go up, man. Mario and Smash are going to come out, and you're not going to be able to play them unless you spend $800. It sounds like a threat.
Yeah.
So
I will also say though, I think another selling point of having if someone's stepping into the Switch ecosystem for the first time, part of the thing is I think I've been we could talk about the first party lineup all day, but I've been kind of impressed with the third party lineup so far. I think that's been kind of holding it up a little bit because there's a lot of games that would never be running on the Switch if the Switch 2 didn't happen.
It's true.
And I think it's really cool that we have games like the FF7 remakes or Assassin's Creed or Cyberpunk or I still cannot believe that Dragon Ball Sparking Zero is on the Switch 1. That's insane. I'm just looking at my game collection here. Stuff like Pragmata coming out day and date. Resident Evil 9 coming out day and date. I think that's awesome. I think that's
I agree.
amazing. And having just giving people a chance to jump into this Switch 2 kind of era. Maybe they're not feeling great on the first party side, but I think the third party stuff and backwards compatibility is kind of doing a lot of the carrying so far.
Yeah, I will
personally.
say the especially it's really hard not to talk about this. I said we had plenty to talk about, but it's hard. The Summer Games Fest, there was Final Fantasy and Attack on Titan. I'm actually super interested in.
Yeah.
And those being day and date on Switch 2 is actually so awesome.
Absolutely. No, I love seeing game announcements and then seeing the Switch 2 logo on the thing. It's hell yeah, day and date.
Yeah, cuz
my favorite thing ever.
I'm used to in the Switch 1 days, I was used to my first immediate reaction to the Attack on Titan trailer was this is so cool. I hope it comes out on the Switch. And the logo is there and it's oh cool, but when though?
Yeah, right.
And it's
because there have been a lot of games that have either been, delayed or just straight up we don't know what's going on with them. Case in point Borderlands 4 or 007, Lego Batman both got delayed. Am I missing an Elden Ring? Elden Ring also got delayed. But I think all those three are coming out still. I think 2 of them have dates. We're just waiting on 007. But we don't know what's going on with Borderlands 4.
Who cares?
Oh well.
Sorry, that was mean.
I kind of agree with you. But,
I didn't mean that.
It's
that was rude of me, guys. Please don't send my address to my enemies.
Guys, no. But
stop.
It's been nice. It's been very nice to just kind of fill my collection with more recent titles that are a little bit more relevant in the gaming industry right now, because I look at my Switch 1 collection and most of it is Nintendo titles, maybe a couple of third party games that I'm personally interested in that aren't current or Sonic, and a bunch of random bullshit. I have Hot Wheels Unleashed, I have Foreclosed, which is just some random game I found while I was walking around a GameStop. It was just on the TV. I was oh, that looks cool.
That's tough.
So I bought it.
Nice.
And then, You Suck at Parking. Just random ass, halfway mobile games, maybe. But most of it is, Nintendo titles. I think, the only few third-party games that I own that I, really wanted on Switch 1 were Red Dead Redemption. And I wanted that for the Switch 2 upgrade, because I don't have it physically on 2. Shadow Labyrinth, which is the same thing. And then hang on, I know there's one or two. Excuse me. Persona 5 Royal is one of those. And then hang on, I swear there's one more. Trust, I just got to look through my entire collection here. Shit, I guess not. Yeah, most of this is Nintendo titles. I think a good 75% of my entire lineup here is just stuff from Nintendo, because that, the Switch 1 started off so well.
Yeah.
Jump into Breath of the Wild, Mario Kart, Mario Odyssey, all those titles come out in a year's span, and then they just kind of kept the train rolling, Smash, Mario Party, Luigi's Mansion, Mario Tennis, Mario Maker. All that stuff happened in a good 3-year time span, and that's when I look at my Switch collection. That's most of what's up here. I have Hades in here, but that's not a super technical title, a technically demanding title. Sorry, I know that's a hella technical title, but you know what I mean. But when I look at my Switch 2 collection, I think maybe half of it is Nintendo games, whatever they dropped, because I think I have every Nintendo published game for the Switch 2. But everything else is like I've got a good chunk of third-party stuff in here, like Assassin's Creed, Cyberpunk, Dragon Ball, all the sports games like Madden and 2K and FC, the Final Fantasy games, Hitman, Indiana Jones. I could keep going, but you get the point. I think a lot of it, for me personally, has been bolstered by the fact that, a lot of these big titles from other companies are playable on this console. And that's awesome. That is such a cool way to kind of... It kind of gave me a reason to just round out my entire gaming library and just have it on one system. You know, Crossworlds and Madden, Fortnite, Rocket League, all those games, I'd boot up my PS5 for. I don't do that anymore. Mm-hmm. It's all on Switch too, and I love that.
That is really nice, yeah.
I love that.
I just, when it is really good to have that kind of support, especially, like, during such a big year for gaming in general. Like, a lot of things have come out.
Yeah.
And the fact that, like, other studios are pushing into that just for the sake of it, like, with the Duskbloods and things like that, is really, like, exciting.
Yeah.
But
agreed.
I also feel that is a selling point that is supposed to be secondary to your first party lineup.
Agreed.
I think that having everyone else in the industry support your console is good, but it should not be the only thing that you survive on, because that's what Sony does, and that is boring.
Especially for Nintendo.
Yeah, like, that's what I think, like, the biggest weakness of, like, PlayStation and Xbox is that they don't have any exclusives, and the exclusives that they do get are, like, very samey, and usually either a remaster or a sequel. And it's like, you know, the fact that, like, the PlayStation can offer so many other things outside of that is what gives it its cultural impact, and that is a good thing to have, absolutely, but it's just really difficult to try to play up a system that relies primarily on that by its first birthday. And it's just like the Switch 1 was, like, I wouldn't say expected, but it had a pretty reasonable blueprint for, like, releases.
Yep.
Like, really big year 1 and 2, slowed down a little bit second half of 2 and 3.
I don't know if I would say year 2 was super big outside of Smash Bros.
Yeah, but, like, it also had support, like, with, like, Mario Maker and Luigi's Mansion and stuff.
That was 2019.
Oh.
2018 was Smash Bros. And then, like, Super Mario Party, Mario Tennis, Captain Toad, Donkey Kong Country, Tropical Freeze, Hyrule Warriors, Kirby Star Allies was in March. There was one other thing. Pokemon Let's Go.
Yeah, okay,
that was all of 2018.
Yeah, but, like, I still think that's pretty solid.
Yeah, that's not terrible.
That on top of Smash is crazy.
It's, like, not the biggest thing. Like, you know, you compare that to 2017.
Well, yeah,
maybe
but,
like 4 or 5 big
That's
hitters.
what I'm saying, is, like, 2017, like, the first 3 years of Switch were, like, massive, and then they slowed down.
Yeah.
And then it was kind of dead. It was kind of a drought. From, like, 2020 a little bit onward. Just
2021 had a few good ones towards the end of the year. 2022 was kind of back to, like, you know, low, unless you're a Xenoblade fan.
Yeah, like...
And then 2023 hit big.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there was a trough, and then it came back up, and no one really expected it to come back up. But, they earned how long that console lasted.
Yep.
And it's just really, like, I don't want to beat a dead horse, because I've been saying the same thing, but, like, it's just really unfortunate and really disappointing that the Switch 2 is not following that trend. Because I feel like if there ever were a time, the console itself was delayed, like, a year.
Yep.
So, you would think they'd have this part figured out by now. And, you know, like, I'm not saying that it's a bad... Well, I am saying it's a bad strategy. Because, like, going into the first year of a console, and it's, like, third parties, day and dates on, like, new releases is cool. But then things like Elden Ring, even if they did launch day one, you're asking for a double dip. And it's, like, it's impressive, but... not impressive to the point where people are going to come out just to buy it and see it.
Of course.
the understanding with a console is that you buy it because, especially on launch, is that
Yeah.
you buy it because you have confidence things are going to come out.
Right.
And with Nintendo, I know a lot of people that are waiting for like a handful of things. Like, I was in that boat personally. Mario Kart was one of my things. And also, I play too many Nintendo games to pass up having such good hardware. But even then, it's like I find myself kind of regretting it sometimes just because
You know, it's been a really weird year. It's been a really weird,
I'm
like,
playing
Nintendo's
the
news
same
cycle has
thing.
been
Like,
so...
if I didn't get it, I would be giving up Donkey Kong and like a month of Mario Kart for the
Yeah.
ability to mod my Switch again. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's I think that's a good overview of the games. Do you want to dive into some specifics, or do you have something else besides games you'd like to talk about?
I mean, no, I think we've pretty much hit the nail on the head there. Like as in terms of an overview, I think I really like the hardware, but the games, you know, third party aside, have been pretty lackluster. And it's not even like the games have been like super crazy. I mean, like, I think the announcements, the way they've been handling announcements, it's very weird. And it's a lot more. It's a lot less hands-on, if that makes sense. Like, you know, you have a Nintendo Direct and it's live and, you know, you get the whole, like, community coming together. Now they just drop shit on Nintendo today. Who cares?
Yeah.
It's really weird. I've been very confused with the way they've been handling a lot of that. And that's something we can get into later. But I think what I want to do is I kind of just want to run through what did release in the last year. And just kind of go over how we feel about them now. Just kind of like stamp this moment in time and be like, here's our thoughts now. We'll look back on this in 5 years. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
So, we're going to just go in timeline order?
We certainly can.
Alright, cool. Well, Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour
Forgot about that
was a
one.
game that existed, and I played it for like 2 hours, and I
did not.
I
play
really
it.
only bought it to play the little Mario 1-1 thing in 4K. That, you know, you like spans the entire TV, and it just like the map grows
All right,
as you run.
When you said timeline, I thought you meant like the big like AAA releases.
Oh yeah, we're hitting everything Nintendo published.
Yeah, I'm gonna be so real with you. I'm gonna sit out on most of those. 'Cause
This is fine.
I didn't play Dragon Drive.
Yep.
I didn't play Welcome Tour.
Right. I mean, I mostly said Welcome Tour as a joke.
I forgot about that game. I'm not going to lie. I completely forgot it existed.
Yeah. No, I mean, I only spent so much time with it because I wanted to get the 4K Mario thing, and my capture card was not working with me at all.
Oof.
Until I finally got it one day. Somehow
4K
it worked.
Mario thing?
The 4K Mario thing. It's solely like a problem with my capture card that it wouldn't output
I don't know
my
what
thing
the
into
4K
4K.
Mario thing is.
Oh, it's you know, there's a demo in there where you can play World 1-1 from Mario Brothers, like the original Mario Brothers, Super Mario Brothers, and it, like, you know, you start off, you know, 16-bit, or no, 8-bit, like, pixel thing.
Yeah.
And as you move forward, it stretches across the screen. Like, it's a black screen, and then there's, like, a little bit
That's pretty cool.
of the thing, and, you know, you go through it, and it expands as you play. Do I have it on here? I don't know if I do. I would show you if I had the ability to. Found it. This.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
It's this thing. You know, it just kind of like spans the entire screen to show you this is how big 4K is compared to 8-bit pixelated NES games.
That's pretty awesome. Yeah,
But
I didn't know that.
That was like the bulk of my experience with that game was trying to get my capture card to output 4K.
Nice.
It took a while, but we got it. Anyway, who cares about that? Because we got the first new Mario Kart title in 11 years, and it is divisive to say the least.
Terrible. Sucks.
Would you like to go into it?
You can start.
All right.
Please. Please set the scene.
So, picture this. It's May 2014. Mario Kart 8 is on the horizon. You just got out of a You just went through your local GameStop hosted a demo event for the game on Wii U, and there was like a Nintendo rep there, and you got a little flag with the Mario Kart logo on it and everything, and life was good. The game was about to come out. The game comes out, big deal, right? And you're looking forward to whatever they have coming up in the future. The game gets DLC not even a year later, and then the Wii U just kind of dies. The Switch exists, and then Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Cool, that makes sense. Sure, I was kind of hoping for another Mario Kart game because their track record over the last few years has been 3 years per Mario Kart, but some were handheld, some were console. Sure, whatever. Take 3 years. Take 3 more years. Apparently that team was working on ARMS, but whatever.
Yeah, because that just took forever to make.
So, 2017. If we really want to get technical, it's been 8 years since the last Mario Kart game. I am not counting Tour. Fuck that game.
Yeah.
So, Tour comes out, it's 2019, late 2019, and it's a mobile phone game, and, it's 2 years removed from 8 Deluxe. Sure, whatever. Next year, 2020, Mario Kart Live Home Circuit. Man, they're really doing a lot of Mario Kart 8, huh? This game is never dying. And then radio silence until 2022. Here's some news from Mario Kart fans, and it's more Mario Kart 8 DLC. They stuck with this fucking game for 11 years. So when the Switch 2 finally gets announced...
It's a fire game, though.
When the Switch 2 finally gets announced, and we see, for the first time in 11 years, a brand new Mario Kart. Because, if you really want to, bring up Tour for whatever reason... That game is a reskin Mario Kart 7.
If you want to bring up Tour, you're weird.
True! That game is a reskin Mario Kart 8/7 hybrid. It's weird, but...
It's a pretty cool game.
It's fine. It's just not new.
It's not a real
Other
Mario
than,
Kart
the
game.
little city tracks, but whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Point is, I say all of that to say that, I have the same opinion that I did on launch. All of that waiting... was just for something different. I wanted something different. I wanted, a game that didn't feel as sanitized as 8 did, as streamlined as 8 did. Because after so many years of seeing the same exact movements and animations and everything, it's just like, come on, dude, just give me something fresh. And that was definitely fresh. I think Mario Kart World had a goal. It had an idea, hit a couple bumps along the way, but all in all, I think it came out all right. Personally, I think I was a little harsher on it around launch than I am now. I've definitely grown on it a little bit solely because I didn't play Knockout Tour until December. But as far as the core racing went, I think some of the decisions they made were questionable. Like what are we doing with making the intermission most of the track and you only play one lap of the next track? For Grand Prix mode, that's fucking ridiculous. I think that's insane. They had the perfect opportunity to make the Grand Prix mode just one big race. Because, in 8 Deluxe, the booster course pass, the tour tracks, they change depending on the lap.
Mm-hmm.
You could have just as easily put that in World and made it one really long race for 4 tracks. That would have been awesome. That would have been fine. Even then, just splitting them up between the 4 and just making your tracks 3 laps, regardless. Just keep both of them in there, and it's fine. It's... This game is so close to being spectacular, personally. I think the gameplay, what they changed about it, phenomenal. I think, other than, charge jumping being slower than normal driving, which I kind of understand, but it still pisses me off, I think, the wall riding, the rail grinding, all that stuff just adds to, what normally would be just like a turn, and then there's nothing around it. There, don't get me wrong, there's still tracks that do that in the game, but a good chunk of tracks just let you fuck around with the environment. And it is so much more, it's so much more satisfying of an experience just for that. But this is also since DS, every game has had 32 tracks minimum.
Yeah.
This is the first game since that to not. We're stuck at 30.
30? Yeah.
Yep, we're stuck at 30. And even then, it's not the biggest selection of hitters. Like, I've grown on Acorn Heights. I like that track a lot. I like the idea of the Mario circuits being mixed into one.
I actually really like the Mario circuits.
That one's not bad, especially for like one singular track. That was a really cool idea. Crown City's fun. I just wish they didn't split it into 2 tracks in Grand Prix mode. That's ridiculous. Both versions of Peach Stadium are mad boring. Like the main Peach Stadium's fine. Like it's got the little like rail shortcut. If you really know what you're doing, but that's really it.
Don't you need a feather for that?
No, you don't.
The right turn?
The one where you get on top of the thing at the end? Yeah. Yeah, no, you don't need a feather for that.
Oh.
You can just,
It's been a long time since I played that game.
There's like a ramp, and you just go on the left side, and you just go up that way.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, but,
yeah, I knew that part. I thought you meant there was like some tech to jump from the main road.
Nah, it's nothing crazy. It's just, it's just a little tight. But,
Okay.
oh man, Crown City I mentioned. I like Whistle Stop Summit a lot. That's one of the better tracks.
Yeah.
And like, what's the one? Dry Bones Burnout. The Bowser's Castle's spectacular. I like that one a lot.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of standouts in this game. And the retro selection they brought back, great. I think, Airship Fortress I wanted from day one. That was like a really big deal to me because everything else got the booster course pass. They just left my boy out in the wind. Same with Toad's Factory. Same with Wario Shipyard. All converted to the engine somewhat nicely. I think Toad's Factory is a little small, but sure. But then there's just a lot of weird tracks in the game. And a lot of missed potential. Starview Peak. Perfect example.
Shit
that
sucks.
track, incredible aesthetic. Awesome music. Cool idea. But it's, like maybe 30 seconds.
Beautiful
per lap.
looking, but it's unfortunately about the complexity level of Figure 8 circuit. So.
Yep. And then, Koopa Troopa Beach being there at all.
Fucking
It's a
stupid.
little wild. So the game essentially has 29 tracks for me.
Yeah. At best.
At best. And then
Not all of those are good.
yeah, that's what I was kind of getting into. What else even what other
Desert
tracks
Hills.
are like not good? What?
People don't like Desert Hills.
I agree.
I actually really like Desert Hills. I remember that one. People were consistently putting Desert Hills on like bottom 3 on like their like ranking list when the game came out.
Yeah. It's not terrible.
I don't get it. I actually think that track is hype.
Desert Hills is fine. I think it's just a little like a lot of the space in there. It's really wide in a lot of spots where I feel
Most tracks are in that game.
Oh no, most tracks are, but it's like especially egregious in Desert Hills in some points, at least to me. And then Shy Guy Bazaar, not bad, not a bad track at all. That one's a good one. Wario Stadium is cool. I like that they brought that one back. It's actually kind of fun, and it makes good use of all the wall riding and stuff. Just kind of giving you things to do in the game, like mid race, and then. Oh, what else? What else was even like...
What do you think about Peach Beach?
I love Peach Beach. I think having
think
lap
that-
1 be standard and then you go around like the town and everything,
Yeah,
great choice.
I agree.
I've-
I hated Peach Beach before World.
Yeah?
It was just so boring.
Yeah. No, I think it stands out a lot more in World. And that's what I'm saying. Like, there's a lot of good ideas in this game. There's a lot of things that they, nailed down 100%. And then, like, something like... There's a track, it was just on my mind. What was it?
Good or bad?
Bad.
Bad. Was it Rainbow Road?
I was going to get to Rainbow Road.
Was it... You already said Peach
Yeah,
Stadium.
Peach Stadium. It was a little lackluster. I mean, Mario Bros.
Salty
Circuit gets a pass.
Speedway?
Salty... Oh, yeah, that's what I was going to do.
Or Faraway Oasis?
Faraway Oasis was a little bit of a letdown, low-key. Dandelion Depths is not bad. But, it's a lot of tracks just kind of...
You know what I think is actual dog shit?
What?
DK Spaceport. I fucking hate that track.
I kind of agree. I like the wall... I like the wall jumping segment.
It's cool to look
in the
at.
middle.
Yeah, I like the wall jumping
But,
part. But wall
that's only
jumping is...
one part of the track.
You
And
mean the
everything
one
else
where
is...
there's, like, the two
the
branching
two
paths and
you
there's
just
walls?
wall jump up? Yep.
Yeah, wall jumping is slower there.
Great.
Yeah, that's I think that was the point where I hated it. Like, truly hated it. I never liked it because I'm looking at IGN's ranking and their best track is Rainbow Road. I think IGN needs to be dissolved. Oh, you know what actually the worst track is besides Rainbow Road is Boo Cinema.
Oh, I didn't even... How the hell did I not think of Boo Cinema?
Because it's fucking trash. It's like...
It's like so many of the new tracks are like the most basic things
Terrible.
ever. Like, we're reaching levels of Figure 8 Circuit, Toad Circuit from 7.
There are 30 tracks in the game.
With just cooler
15
aesthetics.
of them are fucking terribly unplayable. And I don't mean that as in, like, buggy. I mean that as in, like, I'd rather take a fucking nap. Like, I swear, the only way that you can make me play Boo Cinema is if there was a gun to my head and you told me that I couldn't turn on auto steering and accelerate. Like, okay, sure, man, just don't hurt my family. Like, you can shoot me, but I would rather be shot than play Boo Cinema.
Wow.
That's not true.
I mean, at least it's short.
Yeah.
It's at least short. I also really don't like in Boo Cinema, this is just such a random, weird nitpick, but I really hate the rail in the middle that just kind of goes up, down, and then up, down again.
Dude,
And
I
then
feel
the
like
track
whoever
ends.
designed Boo Cinema, like,
it's one of those tracks that could have been so good.
it looks pretty, but I genuinely, the first, like, week that I had the game, I kept killing myself because the part where you jump into and out of the movie,
Yeah,
I thought it was like an alternate path, and I kept driving on the wrong side of the road, and Lakitu was grabbing me.
Yeah.
Like, dude, why is he grabbing me, dude? Everyone else is over there. Like, they're all coming out, bro. Like, that's the opposite direction.
Yep.
It's like, oh.
They made that really not
Dude,
easily
IGN is, like, actually terrible. This is, like, the worst list I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, it's such a weird, like, this game is a game of really high highs and really low lows.
Yeah.
And nowhere else is that more of a factor than Rainbow Road.
Oh.
God, it's perfect in every way except for the damn layout of the track, dude.
And every other way as well.
I disagree. Easiest Rainbow Road on planet Earth, dude. It might be worse of a layout than, like, the Super Nintendo track. Low key. I just think
Rainbow Road. Yeah, it definitely is.
it's just, like, it rivals 64 in how boring it is.
Yeah.
And it's like, this is Rainbow Road. This, like, for a game that puts so much into the rail grinding and wall riding and all the new tech that you're able to do in the game, adds none of that
Are
shit.
you ready to glide for 30
Yeah,
seconds?
are you ready to drive on water?
I think every last soul on Earth owes 8's Rainbow Road an apology. All of you
No.
owe it an apology.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yeah, you do.
8's Rainbow Road's still bad. I'll
Nope.
stand by it.
Nope.
I will stand by that.
8's Rainbow Road is fire.
No.
Yeah.
No.
It ain't- it
You're-
ain't- it
you're
ain't
on,
serious-
You're on some fucking crazy shit just because Worlds is bad.
No, I actually like 8's before World came out.
I know that, but, like...
Look, the space station aesthetic is awesome. It is somewhat challenging. It takes advantage of
Not
multiple.
really.
It takes advantage of multiple mechanics. I say that because
You just get to jump from track to track, and that's not that in itself is not a
I
new
think
thing.
I think like the first part, like before the glider section, like everywhere from the finish line to the glider, it's like actually a somewhat hard turn, especially like after lap 1 where people have items, and if you're playing on 200.
Yeah, I was about to say it's only hard if you're playing on 200cc.
Well, even then, it's like it
That's
takes
it.
advantage of like multiple mechanics. Like you glide, there's like rails. I don't know what the term is for them, but there's also like the entire thing's in hovercraft mode, so you also get to like
Yeah, I mean
interact
you
with
get
other
the spin
players.
things, right?
Yeah.
But like track wise, it's like it's not great.
It's not the most fantastic thing in the world, but it's overhated, and I'm tired of pretending it isn't. I'm tired of pretending it deserves what it gets. I would rather have a nice gentleman conversation about 8's Rainbow Road than Worlds. Because if you like Worlds Rainbow Road, you have, like, fucking... I don't even know what the word is for it, but, like, you know, like, in a baby cradle, like, the things they dangle above the crib?
Yeah.
You have that shit above your bed if you like Rainbow Road in World.
So here's my thing about World's Rainbow Road. I love, like, like the first time I played it was so awesome because they built it up in like this was the build up for this track, the music, the aesthetic, like all of that, just going from Peach Stadium down into the water, and then it shows the thing going up. All that shit was made for me. 100% fucking love it. Like that entire 2 Rainbow Road section could not have been more perfect. I don't give a shit that it's a straight line. It's cool as fuck. It's cool as fuck.
Yeah.
And then, the music and everything just, like, hard carries this Rainbow Road afterwards. Because it's literally just the widest road, without desert, not including Desert Hills, the widest road ever. You're never falling off of that shit unless you're terrible at the game. And even the branching paths are the same width. They just made them the same fucking width. And then nothing interesting happens in any of the sections. There's just the standard Rainbow Road that's like, oh, cool, awesome. You're driving on Rainbow Road. How awesome. And then the water section hits, and it's like neat change in aesthetic, but now you're just on water. And then you go back onto Rainbow Road for the second half.
Yeah, it doesn't even like... It's not even like a cool transition. It's just like the road comes out of the water. Like, it's just there.
They don't
like
even
a fucking pool.
You know how there's like the bridge that you drive under on the water to get to the rainbow section that you can come up from, right?
Yeah.
Like it's like its own branching path that you look at. It's like, oh, how can I get on that bridge?
Yeah.
You can't. You can't get on the bridge. You can't do it.
Yeah. Well, you know how
Fuck
it is.
you. And then you go through that, and it starts doing the whole speed booster thing that happens on Bowser's Castle as well, and it's just just put 200cc in the fucking game if you're gonna do that. I feel like now that I'm thinking about it, I feel like it's just something they did to help push players along because the rest of the track is so damn empty and long. And then the space station part is probably the best part of that track. Solely because you're jumping, you're like dodging thwomps, and it's a little bit of like you go through a couple turns, but even then it lasts 10 seconds. Congratulations, the most interesting part of your track is the shortest.
To be fair, it is the longest 10 seconds of your life.
Not
because
really.
At that point you're already 3.5 minutes into the shittiest Rainbow Road ever.
That's true. And then it runs into section 4, and it's just more of section 1 but with speed panels. There's nothing to it. There's dead-ass nothing to it. I think the idea they had for this long-ass Rainbow Road finale to the thing after waiting 11 goddamn years, fucking awesome. Fucking awesome. Everything they did outside of the track design was perfect. Everything I could have wanted for, hoped for, asked for from a Rainbow Road in current modern-day Mario Kart. Except for the quality of the track, man. Oh... It's like
I'm sorry, I corroded your
It's
segment, but I'm fucking...
oh no, I wholeheartedly fully agree. I think Rainbow Road sucks.
I wanted
ahead.
you to go first because
No, you're good.
I plan on tearing this game's throat out.
But here's the thing, it's like this game's Rainbow Road is like is like having a bowl of mac and cheese, and there's no cheese. It's just water.
What an analogy.
What a reference. Or like having a burger and there's no burger.
There's no top bun.
It's like you have a burger, you've got your lettuce, you've got your tomato, you've got your bottom bun, but there's no patty or top bun.
Yeah, bro.
Like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this?
Yeah. Like,
The bun goblin stole my damn sandwich, dude.
and they're not giving it back either. They said that's how this track comes, bro.
You
They said that's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Like,
And
no, it's not.
It's like of everything in this game that could have been missed potential, Rainbow Road is the standout, and I wish they, gave that all of the stuff they did around the track. Like, ugh. The more I think about it, the more it pisses me off.
I think that way about the entirety of Mario Kart.
I kind of agree.
May I begin?
Let me say this.
Yeah.
Battle mode sucks.
Yes.
Why we did not learn our lesson from 8 Deluxe. And Knockout Tour is the best part of the game. And it only has like 7 routes.
Mm-hmm.
The fuck are we doing? Actually, what the fuck are we doing? It's been 8 years. How is there this little content in your Mario Kart game? Why are the costumes so so lopsided? And, why was the Kamek item a thing? Why did we do that? Why did we decide that was a good idea? What were we thinking? And then none of the tracks are none of the music tracks are you can't listen to them. You gotta hope that you find some of the free roam tracks in there. Took a year for people to record everything.
Really?
It took a long ass time for people to record that soundtrack.
That's really funny.
And then they just put it on Nintendo Music a year later, and it's not even the free roam tracks. Lol, get fucked. But
who cares?
it's just everything about this game is just the more I think about it, it's like not trash. Everything about this game is so
I'm the worst.
close to being good. I love the gameplay of this game. I love it. It's so much more satisfying than something like 8. But damn it, man. This game plays the content in this game, everything about this game feels like it was put together in 3 years. And that would have been fine. That would have been fine if it was a 3-year wait, but it's been 11 years! We should have had 3 Mario Karts by now.
Mm-hmm. And none of them should have been this one.
However, Knockout Tour. That's my counterpoint. My counterpoint is just Knockout Tour. I fucking love that.
Don't worry, I'll tear up Knockout Tour too.
Fuck you.
Don't hate me, bro. I played the same game you did.
I don't know, man. I wish they again missed potential of the game. I like it a lot. I've grown a lot on it. Just sheer gameplay and just booting it up to run some races is really fun. But I wish I was playing it more. You may go.
Thank you. Well, to start,
You're wrong and incorrect. No,
I actually, I was gonna start by talking about the good parts that I like.
Okay.
Because I forgot what the second one was. There's one thing that I really like. No, okay. There's 2 things I really like that are both controversial.
Yeah.
One, I think I prefer this water mechanic to 7 and 8.
I've grown on it a little bit.
Because it's meaningfully different. It is somewhat challenging. There's a learning curve.
Yeah.
And it feels like a jet ski. It sells a fantasy. And it's actually really deep when you get to, understand it. Because charge jumping actually has a purpose on the water. Physics items like bob-ombs have an effect on the water.
Add waves and everything.
Yeah, there's so much to dig into with the water in this game. And even on, maps that I don't even really like that much, Cheap Falls, that last right turn at the end with the water is fantastic. Because it is just, you can tell who got lucky and who knows what they're doing by how they handle that turn.
Yeah. I've grown on it too. I hate how steep I hate how clunky the turning feels, but I've gotten used to the timing.
I mean, it's a really awkward comparison, but the turning makes a lot more sense if you treat it like you're snowboarding in a
Yeah.
Mario and Sonic game.
Yep, I see it.
I
see it for sure.
The other thing is that I actually enjoy the intermissions and how they're interwoven into the Grand Prix, because I think it makes Grand Prix meaningfully different than versus mode. I think the literal only reason you'd ever play Grand Prix was to unlock shit in the other games, which is cool because it's like a way to engage the player and like have them explore everything before they get other stuff.
Yep.
But you're gonna play everything on versus anyway. And it really just ended up being versus mode, but you have less choice. This way it feels a lot more like a globe-trotting adventure, where it's like an actual World Cup like race series.
I just wish it was more of a marathon than what they make it out to be.
Well, that's true, but that's also what Knockout Tour is. And
Yeah,
I feel
but
like
still.
Grand Prix is meaningfully different. Like, it is somewhere between versus and Knockout. And it's like, I don't think it's I don't think it's anyone's favorite, but I think that
But like when you're playing it for the first time, it's a good experience.
the Grand Prix button does something different than every other mode in the game.
Yeah.
And I think even if you don't end up hitting that button much, that's a good thing to have. That is about where my praise ends for Mario Kart. Battle mode's trash.
Agreed.
If you're
I
gonna
don't think we need to.
If you're gonna force the open world, give it Battle Royale. I don't like open worlds and I don't like Battle Royale, but if you're gonna have one, you better have the other. And I don't understand why Battle mode turned out terrible again, because they changed it in 8 Deluxe primarily because people were mad about it in 8, right? Like,
Yeah.
they didn't...
Yeah.
It wasn't them
Yeah.
reflecting, be like, we didn't do
it was
good.
just people hated 8's battle mode.
So what the... Did they think we were going to like free roam that much? Like, no. You guys...
oh my god, I didn't even get to free roam.
You guys understand, bro.
Fuck.
These P-switches will knock your socks off. Like, don't fucking play with me. Please. I don't know why. I would have rather had Mario Kart 9. You started out your thing by saying you wanted something different. I'm the complete opposite. I think 8 got stale because of its mechanics. I think that they straight up should have ported 8 with World's gameplay, because that's all they needed to make Sky High Sunday good.
That's kind of what I was trying to get at when I mentioned something different. I just wanted the gameplay to feel different.
Exactly.
I wanted just like, more Mario Kart, but make it feel like I'm playing a different Mario Kart than...
Yeah, but like they went out of their way to remove all the meaningful content and then change what there was to be terrible. Like, battle mode sucks. I don't think I need to elaborate, because
no one does.
For those who
I think
are
it's
listening,
weird. I think it's really weird that they, went in and, added battle tracks like Big Donut and what is it? Well, it used to be Thwomp Ruins, but now it's Chain Chomp. What the fuck are we doing here?
Yeah.
And then everything else is just tracks again.
Yeah.
Just like segmented off tracks. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Beyond battle mode.
What were you saying about, like, to anyone watching this?
I usually try to, like, explain things as if my mom were listening, because I want people to understand. Like, there are people that are just interested in, like, keeping up with things. Like, us in the future, we're going to listen to it and not entirely understand where we were at this point.
Yeah.
And so, like, I told Hazel about this. She was like, it doesn't have, like, Battle Royale? Like, no, it doesn't. It has pieces of the tracks that you race on segmented out that you throw items at people on.
Yep.
That's it.
It also took them, 8-9 months to put Bob on Blast in there?
I don't give a fuck about
That's like
Bomb on Blast.
That's like one of the best battle modes.
It's just the shell mode, but easier.
Explosions.
Exactly.
I like explosions.
Yeah, well...
But,
that's fine.
again, it took 9 months for them to do that shit.
Yeah, anyway, World as a concept from the ground up was just terrible. Free roam is completely empty and boring. Absolutely no reason to play that shit ever. And it corrodes every other part of the game, because battle mode is terrible. Grand Prix gets to be different in a way that no one likes. Versus mode, basically you sacrifice 60% of the tracks from 8 Deluxe to have straight lines that are as wide as like 10 cars next to each other. So that's super lame. And then all the tracks you do get are also either super wide or weirdly chosen retro tracks. And there's 30 of them maximum if you consider all of them to be content, which I don't. But other than that, it's just like Knockout Tour is also just not a great mode because it only exists to remedy a problem that it created. Nintendo's solution to how bad bagging was in 8 was to make bagging even better, but then to add a checkpoint every 5 seconds. AKA, the laps
and
individually in a race now count against you. It's like, sure, that doesn't really solve the issue. If the problem was that on like 2.5 out of 3 laps people were bagging in 8, that amounted to like what, 2 minutes? Now it's just 2 minutes of straight line where you're still bagging because the cuts you can take are egregiously big.
Yeah.
And it's like, I hoped that, like, what was it called? The Dry Bones Ruin map in 8?
Yeah.
What's it called?
What, Bone Dry Dunes?
Bone Dry Dunes. There's a cut on that map that is literally bigger than the duration of a star. Like, you need a golden mushroom and a star to take the full cut. I thought that was the worst of it. I was hoping that was the worst of it. But Mario Kart World came along and made it so that you can just straight not touch the road for an entire fucking chunk
Yeah.
of a Knockout Tour.
Yeah.
Why? What? Why is that fun to people? You don't play on any track at all. At least Grand Prix is like...
Big shortcut, you go fast, number go up.
Yeah, that is great and all, but going fast doesn't really mean anything when you're going through a featureless desert.
It's
I
also
mean-
just annoying as shit to be front running, and then you see, you go take a turn, and then Mega Mushroom pops up right behind you. It's like, what the hell is this doing in first place, man?
Yeah, like, there are so many, like, speed items. Even Boo lets you go off-road now.
Yep.
And it's like, they want you to cut, but then they make all of the cuts gigantic. Like, the road in a racing game is a fucking suggestion, and I don't get that at all. So, even if you don't want to do any of that, the tracks are also fucking awful, because there are things like Koopa Troopa Beach, for some reason. Don't know why they brought that in. But then all the new tracks are like hella boring. Like, the only fun that you have is when you're on the retro tracks. And even then, the ones that weren't completely reworked to be like not the same thing at all. Like, genuinely, this game makes me miss the tour tracks. I was never a big fan of the tour tracks because they were confusing because every single turn looked the exact same and they would all change. So, turning right at the red building on one lap was the wrong answer on the next lap. You were actually supposed to turn left at the red building on lap 2. And then the red building disappears on lap 3 and you go forward. So, like, that shit was just stupid. But
I think it's insane that I thought they did a pretty decent job at conveying it, personally. It was never confusing to me.
well, yeah, but didn't you also play Tour?
No?
You played more Mario Kart than
I played Tour, but the Tour tracks in 8 Deluxe are completely like different format wise than they are in Tour.
I mean,
They don't do that.
some of them. Some of them are better than others, but
they don't do the whole lap changing gimmick that 8 Deluxe gave it.
Well, yeah, because you couldn't drive.
Yeah, but still.
I'm looking up the track list because
for World.
For World, yes. Yeah, Rainbow Road is the most boring shit ever. I'll dig into that later. Bowser's Castle was alright, but it has a very big problem that Rainbow Road also has that I'm gonna talk about in a second too. I think it would be easier to just talk about the good new tracks because there are significantly less of them. I like Great Block Ruins.
That's a good one.
I like Whistle Stop Summit. I'm going to count Sky High Sunday because it obviously was not made for 8. That's about it. Everything else is a retro track or terrible.
I don't know. Would you call Crown City terrible?
Yes.
I don't know. I like that one. Give me the courses, please.
Do you want this shitty IGN tier list I got?
Nah, I found it all. I liked Crown City. Let's see, what else?
Faraway Oasis has grown on me. Salty Speedway has grown on me.
Salty Speedway's fine.
I just think that most of the tracks that have grown on me, like Salty Speedway, Dandelion Depths.
I like Dry Bones Burnout.
I don't really. Faraway Oasis, and even Dry Bones to an extent, they only have really grown on me because I forced myself to look up time trial world records and practice them. I think the game is mechanically deep enough to enjoy that part, but realistically, I was bored of Mario Kart World about 6 days in. And I had really only forced myself to play it more to either unlock things or to force myself to enjoy handheld mode. I played a lot of time trials in the car because I really wanted to take advantage of the Switch's hardware.
Yeah.
And that was the best way to do it. And I thought that the game was interesting enough mechanically to get me to do that, but I've never really been a speedrunning type person. So that was always a very quickly burning candle.
Yeah. I will also say I've grown on Acorn Heights a lot.
I don't like Acorn Heights that much.
I didn't either, but I played it recently and I've grown on it.
The ending with the vines is fine, but yeah, whatever.
I think it's fine.
That being said, the flaw that Rainbow Road and Bowser's Castle have is that they have this speed boost effect where you get blue flames behind your car. And it really... that effect alone makes me think about, like, what if we had this all the time? And then I thought a little bit harder, and I was like, well, that's just called 200cc. Why isn't that here either? So, not only did they remove more than half of the content from 8 Deluxe in terms of tracks.
Yep.
Not only did they remove the content from battle mode and make it worse, not only did they remove everything interesting about 8 Deluxe, realistically, and replace it with a shitty, barren open world with nothing to go on, but then they took all of that and said, you're only allowed to play on certain tracks. Like, you're only allowed to play on, like, these intermissions online. And you can't do it any faster than 150. So you're stuck with, like, going straight for 5 minutes. And if you don't hard commit to bagging, which is very boring by itself, you're not going to win. You have to choose between not having any fun at all and winning, or having less fun than average and probably not winning.
I also just think the way they went about balancing the items in this game is probably the most confusing thing to me about World. Because what do you mean you're giving second and third place this super high chance for a super horn when you don't need it? Why are we?
It was
why
like
are
that
we,
in 8, wasn't it?
No, 8 was fine. 8 Deluxe was fine. I thought it was wild that you were getting bombs in first place.
In 8?
You got bombs in first place, yeah.
I don't remember that.
That was big. That was a big deal.
I remember the challenge in 8 was getting a horn in second and then trying to just like outmaneuver first to like steal that spot.
That rarely ever happened to me. Super horns were a little bit more common in first place. Now they never show up. You maybe get it like once every like 40 races. I don't know.
I don't know.
It's not good. And then you get like just some of the places you get some of these items is ridiculous. Like, why am I getting one mushroom in 20th place? Why am I getting what's it called? Why am I getting coin blocks so far back? Why am I getting super horns in second and third? I don't need them. I'm trying to hit first place right now with a red shell, or hell, I'll take a green shell. No, I get a horn. I get a horn. I can't do anything about this because the tracks are so barren and there's no way to kind of like cut around and reach up to first.
Yeah.
And then first place is like, oh cool, we'll get maybe a super horn once every 40 races, but you also get your coin items. You get a green shell and a banana, and that's it. Bombs are gone. You can't use bombs anymore. And then a feather. Worst item ever. I hate the fucking feather.
I like the feather.
I hate it so much.
I don't like
what a
the feather.
useless item.
It's not useless.
Unless it's like
I enjoy the feather from the perspective of when you get it in first, it is like I think that mushrooms are really good for front running, but in a much too obvious way. Like you can take just really easy cuts with them.
I mean, unless you're like using the feather to like jump onto the wall or something, like that's fine, but that's not gonna happen all the time.
Well, yeah,
that's not gonna happen most of the time either.
It's I think that like using a mushroom to dodge a blue is not the most intuitive thing and does require like a little bit of know-how to pull off, but at the same...
This isn't the worst thing in the world. It's about the same as everything else.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, the game doesn't say that to you. Like, I was definitely older. I was definitely in the later half of my life when I figured that out.
Yeah.
And so, like, the feather kind of takes that and like puts more nuance on it. Like, to really get the most out of the feather, you need to have an intimate understanding of what you're racing on. And it's like, even if you don't, you can kind of just, you just jump over a red shell for free. You're not going to get away from blues because that's kind of the point of the blue shell. But
yeah, but it kills your momentum. I pull a feather in first. I'm running Knockout Tour, and it's like, dude, I don't need this. This is just gonna kill my momentum. I just gotta hope I can use it at a good spot.
Yeah, see, the feather would be great if we were playing 8 Deluxe, but unfortunately, we're playing Straight Line Simulator.
I don't even know if it would be good on 8 Deluxe. I don't know if there's any real like spots you could take advantage of the feather with.
Well, I mean, like
a lot of spots.
If you could like wall run in 8 Deluxe.
Yeah, but even still, like I think about Toad Harbor, it would just be on the side wall. Like that would just be another anti-grav section, and even then, it's a slower path. Something like there's not a lot of verticality in 8 Deluxe, unless it's the only part of the track. There's not a lot of like what's the word? Varying height.
Yeah.
World has some of that. Even then, it's not that much.
Yeah.
And it's just like that's just part of the problem is, a lot of the tracks are still the kind of same basic cookie cutter figure 8 circuit style tracks, layouts, and then, all the intermissions are straight line simulators. So it's like when, if any time other than dodging like a shell, are you going to get a good chance to use the feather? And half that time, I'd rather just have a banana, man. I'd rather just have a banana or a green shell so I can flick the camera back and throw the shell back and try to hit someone before the next item set. If I'm trying to get rid of a feather before the next set of items, I might as well just say goodbye to first place. in
Yeah,
most
it's not great.
in most situations. I hate that shit. I hate that item. I would just delete the code from the game if I could.
I mean, yeah. It's not...
It's a especially in first place. Like I can get it if you're maybe in fourth or like lower in the pack, and you know you're dealing with stars and mega mushrooms and all that shit. Maybe then you'd have a little bit more use for dodging people with. But you get it in first fucking place, dude. I don't need this shit up here.
It's really funny. I forgot what I was gonna say.
I hate the item balancing in this game. It's so fucked. It's
I
so
mean,
fucked.
item balancing has never been a real strong suit of Mario Kart.
But it's been good. It's
been
fine.
serviceable.
Like 8 Deluxe, I think, had it perfectly fine.
Yeah, I guess.
Other than like
but-
bagging being an issue,
Yeah.
like that's just like people being in the back and running Golden Shroom, Bullet Bill, Star all the time. But that's that's what those items are supposed to be. Maybe you tone the items themselves down, but I think the way that they set the items to be for certain like levels of
Yeah.
how far ahead in the race you are was great.
I just
They butchered it in this game.
I think all in all, Mario Kart World is just a complete failure on every front. Like, from design to execution. Because so many people will come out and be like, well, it's not a bad game, but... No, it's a bad game. You can be honest. It looks good, the animations are fantastic, and the music is good. That's about where the good stuff ends,
Music
though.
is good.
Because you could take literally any part of World, and it would probably be better in 8 Deluxe, with the exception of, like, maybe time trials. Like, there's so many different ways to play Mario Kart. Like, when I was a kid, I would basically only play battle mode. Like, battle mode was my shit
Yeah,
on DS.
me too.
And when, that's obviously not the only way to play Mario Kart. Like, there are some people, like, as I grew up, I started enjoying Grand Prix because it felt like a connected story. Like, it felt like I was actually playing for something, right? Like, it's 4 connected races where you have, like, your results will directly impact how you do. And that's fun. And then, that'll segue into, like, I just really like the racing in this game. Like, the 3 laps, just, like, trying to get ahead of people, using items in a good way, and just, like, executing properly, good driving. Like, that's fun. So we're going to go versus mode. And it's, like, there's people that like that, but they want to take it a step further. They want to get as fast as humanly possible. They want to be absolutely perfect in every way. And that's what time trials is for. So, you've got, like, every core pillar of Mario Kart. And 8 Deluxe is, like, it's perfect for all of them. Battle mode people have plenty to play with, including an exclusive item
Yeah,
and, like, actually good tracks. Grand Prix and Versus are, like, the beating heart of that game because it's just straight racing.
it's just normal Mario Kart.
And what 8 Deluxe did with, like, double item slots and Pink Drift was just so much fun. It was, like, I still am not tired of it.
It did breathe life into 8.
Yeah, and then even in time trials, that's the only spot where I would concede that World might have it beat, but that's literally only because World has straight up extra mechanics. Even in 8 Deluxe, you're still, like, the tracks that you can run time trials on still outnumber World 3-1.
Yeah, that's wild.
If you're a time trials person, you might have more fun clicking the buttons in World, but you're gonna run out of things to do way quicker. And it's like, it's really
Even if we
hard.
don't take DLC into account, that 8 Deluxe almost has like one and a half times the amount of tracks.
Yeah, like, even before Booster Course Pass, like, it's still, there's so much more to 8 Deluxe than World. And it's like, World has this issue because they sacrificed it for a really shitty gimmick. Which is the most heartbreaking thing, because even if World gets content drops, it's already gotten some updates to, like, intermissions. If World gets actual DLC in the future, paid or not, it will have to follow the same format that it's already set out. Which means, with any track you get, you're getting more intermissions, more open worlds,
like, free roam is still going to be boring as hell. If battle mode gets anything, it'll be completely separate. And they probably won't, because if they add more tracks to the core mode, they're probably just going to be like, oh, well, you can do battle mode on these tracks too. And they're not going to make any more battle mode tracks. And I seriously fucking doubt that they're going to add 200cc, because, like I said, there are tracks that artificially boost your speed. So, for what purpose? Every new track in the game, every retro track in the game is either reworked to be unrecognizable or just has like some kind of weird flaw that I just don't get. Like Toad's Factory originally had a railing around a lake, and both of those things function differently in World. When you jump out of the factory itself and you turn right, there used to be a fence around like a body of water there that you could jump over completely in Wii. In World, it's just a fucking pile of mud. And I don't understand why, considering rails and water are both meaningful parts of World. So why the fuck take them out? Like, whatever. That's one of the better ones. There are tracks like Choco Mountain that are just straight different tracks.
That's true, yeah. That track is completely different.
And then if it's not one of those, it's going to be like fucking Crown City, where it's like, even if you're on the better half of new tracks, you're still so fucking wide that unless someone is actually playing Beerio Kart with a fucking Mega Mushroom, you're not going to interact with any other racer. Like, they're just straight not going to run into you. And it's like, sure, but was it really worth putting 24 racers in if we had to grab every track and pull it out to be 3 times the width? Like, you're avoiding...
I think they overcorrected a little bit too much.
Yeah, like, that is just... it's ridiculous. So, like, I don't... all in all, it's like every single decision that World makes, it comes with a set of compromises that are just way too much. Like, people compare it a lot to Zelda because it's like a really big open world overhaul for a classic franchise. And Zelda did make a lot of sacrifices. Like, the fact that the narrative and like storytelling isn't quite as sharp, especially in Tears of the Kingdom, is something, there's something to be said there. Weapons breaking was a mechanic that was kind of required to make the open world, like, dynamic, but it was also one of the game's biggest downfalls because it kind of dissuaded you from ever fighting unless you have to. And then, like, the puzzles and problem solving were, like, uniformly, like, difficult, where they didn't ever know what part of the game you'd be in, so they couldn't really require an item or a skill. And Mario Kart has like those same things, whereas Zelda can kind of like remedy those with the fact that exploring is different, and you know, the entire cooking system gives rise to like status effects and boosts that you can use to problem solve, and like the entire world is like full of things that are like,
I forgot cooking is in those games.
Yeah, like, the entire world is full of things to explore, so even if your weapons are constantly breaking, it's in service of finding a new puzzle or getting an upgrade or, like, you know, finding some kind of collectible. Mario Kart World takes all of the tracks out and replaces them with twisted versions of themselves that are just way too big to be, like, the chaos that Mario Kart is. And they do it in service of an open world that has 0 exploration, 0 interesting things to find, and 0 things that are fun about it in general. Like, they gave up multiple modes, they gave up features, they gave up, like, classes like 200cc in service of what exactly? Knockout Tour? That shit still sucks. It's still bagging. Like, people really want to sit here and say that, no, the intermissions are actually good if you only play them and not one lap of a normal track. So it's like, I don't know. You go in a straight line still, and you only have 8 straight lines to pick from, and every single one is just riddled with fucking bagging. So I don't really quite think Knockout Tour has the longevity that people want it to. And every other mode was kind of gutted in service for that. So outside of it looking pretty, and I mean, like, Nintendo kind of got lucky. One of the things they did remove was cart customization. And it's like, people are kind of glad that they removed that, but it's still removing content. So, I mean, sometimes you'll get lucky and remove something that people like, or that people want removed, and they'll like your decision. But that was probably like the 10th thing on their list of to delete. And they deleted Grand Prix, 30 tracks, and like half of the characters before that. So I don't know. But yeah, I just I would really like to make a more focused video on World, because the more I think about it, the more it disappoints me. It really does make me annoyed to hear people say that it's a good game. Not because I don't want it to be, but because I just genuinely believe it is a complete foundational failure. I would have much rather had Mario Kart 9. Even in a world where, like, 8 Deluxe is like the Smash Ultimate of Mario Kart, where they're kind of at a crossroads where they have to do something highly experimental, or just straight remove things. Like, for the next Smash, if my two choices were just Smash Ultimate again, but you tweak some gameplay things that are, like, unequivocally better, but you lose, like, 30 characters. Or we go back to, like, having 30 characters total, and there's, like, a really bare bones assist system and nothing else. I still think I would choose option A.
Agreed.
Like, even if you have to, like, make it distinct from the last one, I still would I still would prefer a Mario Kart 9 that's just, even if we give up the entire booster course pass and just get World's, like, wall riding mechanics in return.
Yeah, because I think
I'd prefer that.
The gameplay in World, like, just, like, driving and doing all the jumps and stuff is spectacular. It's exactly what I wanted.
It's the only thing that kept me playing it. Like, being able to play time trials while being able to flip onto a fucking rail and then a wall and then another wall. It was like, that's just so much fun. Tracks like Salty Speedway would just be nothing without it.
Yep.
And it's just like, imagine, like, I just can't shake the feeling that I would much rather have those things in another game.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like, I would give up so much of 8 for that. Like, I would give up, like, the second half of the booster course pass. But, like, I guess the only option that we had was to give up the entire booster course pass and half of the base game and battle mode and Grand Prix
and 200cc
and 200cc for that, which is that's just too much. It's compromise. Like, it's I don't know. It's the same level of compromise as asking $80, where it's like,
that's still,
you are giving up so much.
Insane to me.
Like, they are asking so much for so little.
Yep.
Like, you're going to lose all of this content for this mechanic. It's like, no. No, Nintendo. I don't want that.
I think it's insane because I still think the fact that, you know, they showed, like, the whole thing of Mario Kart World in that Switch 2 Direct, and then they had a whole separate Mario Kart World Direct, like, weeks later, and they didn't show anything.
They show that you can reverse time.
I don't give a shit.
That's the only thing.
I don't care. They didn't show anything else other than, like,
yeah,
maybe a couple of items.
Did they, though?
Yeah, they showed off like Kamek and the Ice Flower and stuff
Oh, I
like that.
guess
Like
they
they
did.
showed off the new items, but ooh, new items.
Oh yeah, one of these is gonna
Ooh.
ruin your life too.
Like
Because until they update the game a month or two in, that one item is the only way that you can RNG yourself into a costume.
fucking believable. Not even a costume, a character.
Don't care. Same thing.
Like
Ow!
it's insane. It's insane to me that was the way they chose to market their game after 11 years of not having Mario Kart. Like, come on, man. Come on.
It's so heartbreaking. I think
Like they went ahead and went, you can race as Mario. Did you know you can race as Mario?
you can even race as Red Luigi. Whoa!
And you can race as Goomba. And Cow.
Oh my god, they put the cow in Mario Kart. Yeah, all those people don't play that game anymore.
It's true.
Um,
Also, Moo Moo Meadows, what the fuck are we doing? Get out of here.
yeah, no, I'm
Please
tired
leave
of that
my
shit.
game. Please leave my Mario Kart game. You've overstayed your welcome.
Yeah, I'm good. The only reason I even liked Moo Moo Meadows in 8 was 200cc.
Damn,
Mo-
200cc would fix a lot of things right now.
200cc made a lot of 8's weaker tracks more fun.
200cc would make Knockout Tour a little bit more bearable.
200cc would make the whole game more bearable because it would mean that we get to time skip through the shitty parts, which is most of the game.
Yeah.
And even then, it's like, it would just make the fun parts more fun because it would just be tighter execution.
That's true, yeah.
It's like,
You know, doing all the tricks and shit would be...
I will say that the execution is not quite easy even in 150. Like, trying to get a record on Question Block Ruins is hard because that one jump where you're supposed to like land on the rail and have it turn for you,
Yep.
I overshoot that all the time. It's hard. But
When's the last time you booted up World?
over 7 months ago.
Damn.
It's terrible.
I can't believe you have that much, like, recollection.
It's the game doesn't change. There's nothing to change. Like, the only thing that could really shift my opinion is a massive content drop.
Yeah.
And
I think this game needs it bad.
Yeah, which is crazy because it's a fucking year old and it was $80.
They were like, oh, you'll see why it's $80 in this Mario Kart World Direct.
Yeah,
You didn't show me anything, dude.
Bro,
What am I supposed to do?
I watched
Holy
a 15
shit.
minute commercial.
Holy shit, the ice flowers in the game? You gotta charge me $20 extra now.
Dude, oh my god. There's so much music in the game. Don't care.
Ridiculous.
I don't even think it's
They-
good.
They didn't even mention the music.
Yeah, I don't
in
even
that
think the
direct.
music is that good.
I completely disagree. I think it's the best part of the game.
Well, yeah, but I'm not saying it's not that good in terms if it's just like not good music. I mean, it's not good enough to justify the rest of how World turned out.
I don't think it was ever gonna justify. I just think the music being there at all is fucking awesome.
It's all right.
I think just it's like a dream scenario for me, just seeing all of these Mario tracks like remixed and like completely different styles, like having an up tempo Cloudy Court or Sky Station Galaxy, or like a lower tempoed kind of more relaxing version of it's on the top of my head. What is the song? I know exactly what the damn song is. What is it? Fuck. Hold on. Hang on. I'm gonna get this. I know exactly what song I'm thinking about. I just can't get the name of it right now. Where is it? Let me go to my list. Let me go to my list of songs. But yeah, I get what you're saying. Delfino Square. Delfino Square. Fucking awesome.
great.
DS Mario Circuit. Incredible remixes.
I'm gonna be honest with you. What was I gonna say? I mean, I don't know how to phrase it. I know what I was gonna say, but I don't even think it's that hot of a take. I was gonna say that like when we talk about other game franchises, usually going back in time means that like saying something along the lines of, oh, well, this game 2 entries ago actually did it better than this current game. That's usually something people be like, what? And with Mario Kart it used to be, because usually they're pretty consistently just sharpening the formula and adding.
No, from especially from like DS onward, it just felt like an evolution.
I
each
straight
time.
up, I still think that 7 is like better than Mario Kart World at everything. I think 7 is like a genuinely underrated gem. 7 is like arguably, I think 7 is like third at worst, second at best. I don't think anything is better than 8 Deluxe, to be honest. I think they would need to seriously lock the fuck in if they were ever to make a game objectively better than 8 Deluxe. I think it's extremely hard to argue with the quality of that game. That being said, the only two games I can see even coming close to it are Wii and 7. And the more time goes on, the more I'm leaning towards 7, to be honest.
I honestly still think Wii is like my favorite. I think 8 Deluxe has a lot of good stuff in it. I just there's so many like not great tracks in the Booster Course Pass to me. I think there's a lot of tracks that just feel so. It's like the opposite problem that World has, where the tracks in that game are way too big.
My steak is a little too juicy.
The damn track Koopa Cape is half the fucking size. It feels like I'm playing like.
Yeah.
It feels like I'm driving on a
Happy Meal.
Yeah, it's like a damn
Happy Meal Koopa
Happy
Cape.
Meal. It's like it's like I'm driving. I'm like at an amusement park, and I'm going along like a little like a go-kart ride. But the car is like the one of the what is it? It's the damn it's like a roller coaster, but you're driving a car in quotes. But the car is it's not a go-kart. It's like on rails. But like the car is way too damn big for the track. That's how Koopa Cape feels to me. That's how a lot of tracks in the Booster Course Pass feel to me. There's some gems in there, absolutely.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like the biggest criticism I can give things like Koopa Cape in the Booster Course is that it's just not the original, which is like
just make the track bigger and it was fine.
That's
literally it.
I just feel like that is why Wii is up in the top 3 for me, was because like for a game to be in the top 3, it needs to have good things about it that other games can't just replicate on a whim. Where it's like, Wii is up there because it had a fantastic track selection, it had interesting mechanics like the half pipes, and it was like the first game to have tricking and wheelies. But also like the physics of that game were just so important to how it played. Like, bumping someone out of a wheelie would actually just ruin them. Getting hit by different items meant different outcomes. Getting hit by a shell was not the same as getting hit by a banana. And, like, weight classes maybe mattered a little too much in Wii, but they still mattered, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's just not something that, like, I only think that, like, I'll give it up that, like, 8 Deluxe's Booster Course, like, Wii tracks are inferior just because they don't have half pipes. They're a little bit smaller. Like, there were changes made.
I mean, Summit had half pipes. Maple Treeway had half pipes. Like, it's not like we're losing completely everything, especially in the later tracks.
My point is that they're still perfectly reasonable and very good versions of the tracks. Like, I wouldn't say Koopa Cape is bad in 8 by any stretch.
I would absolutely say Koopa Cape is bad in 8.
I would not. That's crazy.
I think it's like a complete like disaster the way they put that track in there.
I think that's nuts.
Like I remember being so excited for Koopa Cape in 8 Deluxe. Like when they announced that it was coming, I was like, dude, hell yeah, that's one of my favorite Wii tracks, right? Hate it in 8 Deluxe. I hate it. Terrible.
That's crazy.
It's like I actively avoid it. That's how bad it is. They just like I'm not playing the same track. I'm playing like a dumbed down like I could find this track on the shelf of a Target and buy it for $50.
What?
And then put like my little diecast cars on it.
I don't know.
And that's
I
how it
don't-
feels in 8 Deluxe to me.
I
Like,
don't
that,
know.
that
I
track
feel like-
sucks.
I don't think
It's
it sucks.
egregious to me.
I think that's a little overboard, but
No,
either way, it's again,
not at all.
it's 1 in like 90, so
90, yeah, that's fucking
who
wild.
cares? Like, there's something to be said about it, at the very least. Even if you hate it, it's like, it's still a Wii track. Like, to me at least, it's an admittedly inferior, but still faithful enough, fun version of a Wii track, where it's like, I'm
Oh, no
playing
fun,
I'm
but-
playing World, bro. Would you rather play 8's Koopa Cape or World Rainbow Road?
Damn, that's a tough question.
Exactly.
That is a hard
And you know the
fucking
crazy thing is,
question.
you know the crazy thing? Rainbow Road is supposed to be like like one of the token Mario Kart tracks.
Yeah.
Every Mario Kart has like a main character circuit, a Peach's Castle, a Bowser's Castle, and a Rainbow Road. How the fuck is some random throwaway DLC track from 8 rivaling Rainbow fucking
Yeah.
Road?
Yeah.
What?
Like, that is wild to me.
That is crazy. And I would rather play Koopa Cape in a fucking heartbeat. I'm asking you that because you hate both. That's not a question for me. I'm playing Koopa Cape every day.
I think I'd pick World's Rainbow Road,
I think
personally.
that's nuts.
I think I would prefer the longer, more basic track as opposed to the one that feels like I'm playing fucking bumper cars.
It's Mario Kart, bro.
I
Would
know,
you
but
rather
not in the
be-
good way.
No, it's the good way.
That is not the good
It
way.
is the good way.
It is like it's so bad. I hate that track so fucking much.
I don't know. It gets to a. I think the only time it gets to that point is like Baby Park. That track is a little bit too much. But Koopa Cape is just like.
Koopa Cape in 8 Deluxe really gets close.
Yeah, it's not that close.
Even then, it's like it's such a shell of its. Anyway, I could go on. This is such a crazy tangent, but
Anyway,
I hate that track.
that being said, like Wii and 7 are still the only games to even rival 8 Deluxe to me, because where it's like, I don't know, maybe in a world. In a world, maybe in a world where Mario Kart World is like actually content rich, maybe I'll change my tune.
I was about to say, I really hope that this game gets substantial updates, because I think it's something like I've been saying with Smash Ultimate a lot, is the engine for that game, like the way the game feels, is near perfect. It just needs a few tweaks. Like, air dodging should not last that long. Sticky platforms are fucking bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Buffer system. Fix those.
Parrying is not rewarding.
Fix that. Fix all that. And perfect. It's perfect. In my opinion. I think
It would be.
it's just got
it'd be pretty close.
it's got flaws that if you fix them, everything else meshes together perfectly for me. And also bring back perfect pivoting. Anyway, World is the same case, except it's on a much, much, much larger scale.
That's how I felt about 8. You revamp the gameplay, and you change one key thing that World actually didn't change, and it's perfect. You know what World kept the fucking same? That shitty online, you have 3 choices garbage. In 8 Deluxe, it was like annoying as shit. It was like one of my top 3 gripes with that game. It's worse in World because I have 30 possible
Yeah.
fucking tracks to pick from.
And even then,
Most of them are intermissions.
most of them were intermissions.
So it's like, realistically, in 8 Deluxe, you had a 1 in 90 chance to get what you wanted. In World, you have a 1 in 300. Because sometimes, your best fucking option is goddamn Boo Cinema. Sometimes you get 2 intermissions and Boo Cinema. What do you fucking do? It's a riddle. Like, you have 2 intermissions and Boo Cinema. What do you pick? You cannot kill yourself. What is the correct
it's
answer?
just like stuff like that. They just need to change little things. There's all these little things that they could just change. Like, Give characters more costumes. Put the fucking intermissions and regular tracks on separate lobbies. Make more knockout routes. Add 200cc. Make more tracks.
Complete developing the game is what you're saying.
Yes.
Remove?
I'm saying complete. Finish the fucking game.
Yeah.
Finish the fucking game.
Finish the 11-year-old game, goddammit.
It's been, if I want to be generous, 8 years.
Yeah.
That's bullshit.
Yeah.
I think Mario Kart World is it's a great like stepping stone for what it could be.
It's a really
It just feels like a fucking tech demo
it's
in terms of Mario Kart.
Mario Kart World is kind of like Cars 2, where it makes racing look fun. There's not really a way to do it. You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
It makes racing look really fun.
And even
watching it.
Even then, I think Cars 2 is good.
No, I think Cars 2 is good too. I'm saying it's a fucking movie. I'm saying that like you put Mario Kart World and Cars 2 in the same room and it's hard to tell them apart. Because watching them both is really entertaining. But then you're like, I want to be hands-on. I want to do that. And then it's like, Cars 2 is like, I'm a film, bro. This is where my story ends.
And
then
hey, the
Mario
video
Kart-
game? The
Mario
video
Kart-
game version of me?
Mario
play that.
Kart's like, hey, here's a controller, man. Let's try it out. It's like, wow, this is just terrible. This is not at all what it looked like. Like, dude, sometimes just thinking about it. Like, if you just close your eyes and imagine, like, that knockout route where you're on, like, Sky High Sunday, and there's, like, that giant, like, icy right turn where you start off.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking about it. That sounds really fun. But I know the second that map turns fucking left, I'm going to be bored again. It's like, oh. Anyway, I just spent the last hour and a half talking about Mario Kart World.
Yeah.
TLDR, that game is a complete fucking failure, top to bottom. No amount of content drops will fix it. The only solution is to make it free and develop a new one. Anyway.
I think that's a little too far, but okay.
Nope. Develop a new one.
I think just finish developing the game, please. It's this close to being
Finishing
good.
in this case would mean another 11 years.
I will kill myself.
That's the thing though, is that there's so little to build off of. Like, if you want a game worth playing, it's either going to take an entire other open world island to match the amount of tracks that 8 had base game, or it's a new game. That's what I'm saying. Make world free and let everyone understand the mechanics behind it so that they're good at the next one, but then just make a new game. Like, there's only one way to fix battle mode and, like, versus mode, and it should just tear the whole thing down and restart. It's just so fucking terrible. Like, there's just no way to fix it. So much of the game is built around doing nothing. And it's just, like, I don't know. Unless they understand that to a degree where they're able to go in now that the game is out and just straight remove and replace intermissions with other tracks. Like, if you're imagining, like, A and B are, like, a mile apart and, like, there's a mile of road in between them, you take out that mile of road and you put in, like, a straight-up retro track in between there so that it's just kind of like a caterpillar of tracks.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only way they can fix World via updates. But again, I don't think they're going to delete parts of their game. So, again, just, like, make a new one. That being said, the only other Switch 2 thing I did for this past year was Bonanza. I don't feel nearly as strongly about Bonanza, so it's fine.
Do you have any thoughts on Bonanza? I mean, like, how much have you played of it?
I don't know. I haven't finished it yet, and I don't
Clearly, but
I don't quite know. I'm saying that, like, I don't know what fraction I've completed.
oh,
Because I don't really have a frame of reference. It's a fun game. I enjoy the mechanics, but I feel like the mechanics are a little bit too heavy on physics and a little too light on movement. And I think I'd prefer movement.
I agree. I think it's close, but I agree. I would like a little bit more movement.
Yeah, I always I don't know. I just it's a very sandboxy platformer, which is nice. The things I enjoyed most about Odyssey was the movement, though, and I think Bonanza fixes a lot of what I didn't like about Odyssey, about like it being boring in a lot of places and
Yeah.
just like brainlessly easy.
Yeah.
But I think that, at least to me, most of the time when I play a platformer, it's to move around, 2D or 3D. And I think Bonanza has a little too big of an emphasis on not moving. And that's like my biggest gripe with it. Other than that, it's pretty fire. I haven't played the DLC.
DLC's fun.
I've heard good things. And
I do
like
really
roguelikes.
like the DLC.
Um,
I just think it's not worth $20, but sure.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think it.
You want a
it's-
$20 roguelike? Brother, Wizard of Goddamn Legend. I swear, play it. You would like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you like Hades?
I haven't played too much of it.
Me neither. It sucks. Play Wizard of Legend.
Okay.
It doesn't suck. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
No. The DLC's fun. I like Emerald Rush a lot. I still boot that up from time to time just to run it. It's a great way to kind of like make the game a bit more replayable, because I don't think it is like super replayable. It's kind of like, it's got the Odyssey vibe for me, where it's kind of the same formula, but it's just better. It's just a better game. Again, like, it's crazy to me because when I'll keep saying this till the day I die, but when the Switch 2 was coming out, I was really excited for Mario Kart. I was really skeptical on Donkey Kong, and when both came out, completely flipped my opinions on both.
Mm-hmm.
And I was very surprised by that, because I was not the biggest fan of Mario Odyssey. We know this.
Yes.
And Bonanza just kind of came in and said, hey, you know that game that you wish was better? That's me. That's me. I'm the better.
Damn. Pimp.
And I loved every second I had with Bonanza playing it through the first time. I want to replay it again soon, at some point. I've just got other things I'm playing.
I should
At the
finish it.
moment. You should.
I just like, I don't know. When it comes to, I really need to understand on a deeper level what I love about it, because I just can't find anything that grips me as much as Zelda.
I hear you.
It's just,
And people are different.
I know it might be an aesthetic thing. I just think that like the sci-fi fantasy of Zelda is so fucking cool, and that's like part of it, but like, I don't know, just the exploration, the movement, the cooking, the mechanics of like fusing things and like moving like
Fusing
sand,
is so fucking awesome.
moving like sandbox objects around. Everything just coalesces to feel like it's so new all the time. But like, I just don't get. I think my issue with like Donkey Kong, and like the reason, not issue, but like the reason I haven't gone back to play it is just because I feel like I could get the same experience by watching it. I think I enjoy games that require like a personal flair to it.
Yeah.
Games that require problem solving and improvisation. Because that's why I like Wizard of Legend so much, is because every playthrough is different and they're all completely governed by the decisions that I make. With Donkey Kong, it's fun and it's a time killer, but there is a beaten path. And I just feel like there's better things I could be doing with my time when I could derive the same meaning from watching it happen from someone else's point of view.
I get it.
So, I don't know, maybe that's a personal flaw, but I just, I should probably play more of Donkey Kong, because I really have no key big issues with it. Like, I have a preference, sure, but
Yeah.
even if I prefer movement, it's not like DK isn't fun to control. So, I don't know. What else have you played this year? I did not.
Those are the only two like first party games you played.
Yeah, I didn't buy Air Riders. I refused to touch Pokemon. I didn't buy Metroid.
Yeah.
And everything else was a Switch 1 thing.
Okay. Well, I can rapid fire through the rest. I mean, we'll kind of just go in order, I guess.
Mhm.
Shit, you want to talk about Dragon X Drive?
Oh.
Funny enough, today is 6/7.
Oh my god!
There's
You're
a clip
so right.
that I have in my video files from Drag X Drive, where it's just some guy hitting the fucking 6/7 hand motion, and it's the funniest thing in the world. And I will always love that game for that specifically. Other than that, it's mid as hell. It's what you think it is. It's okay. It's a thing that exists, and I'm happy it does.
I remember the commercial confused me so badly because the I was watching like the Metroid like the journalism gameplay where it was like the first level, and I remember people saying like it detects whether or not you're in mouse mode just by if the sensor is active. And so I was
Yep.
watching the Dragon Drive trailer, and they had like the Joy-Cons on like a white background so that you could see what they were doing. And when they went to shoot, they just lifted it up and threw. And I was like, what button are they hitting to toggle back into motion mode?
They're not.
No, I know, and I didn't realize that for like 2 months. I was like, that's so weird. What do you, like, they're going from like sliding to throwing, and I don't see them click a button. Normally Nintendo would emphasize that kind of thing for clarity's sake, and I just don't see it. And I literally went frame by frame in the trailer to try to see what fucking button they were clicking, because I didn't get it. I was like, well, am I stupid? I don't get it. Whoa, what is it? Why is it the X button? I don't know. And I just felt really stupid. I wanted to throw it out there because I thought it was funny.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Thank you.
So yeah, that existed. What came out after? What was next? Was it Pokemon? There's no way it was Pokemon, right?
I think it was.
Oh my god, it was Pokemon. That's fucking crazy.
Unless-
Mario, Donkey Kong, Drag X Drive into Pokemon 2 months later.
Yeah, because I don't think anything happened in September.
Oh, because Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 dropped on the Switch 1. Shit, I'll mention that. Those are my favorite games ever made.
Yeah, well, I think that's
I
a good
did-
enough reason.
I did really like having those games on Switch. I wish they had a Switch 2 edition solely for the spine so I could put it on my shelf. I thought that would have been dope as shit. Anyways, that took up a good chunk of my October. Like, I didn't even play ZA. I just played Galaxy 1 and 2.
Do you own ZA?
Yeah. I
I'm
own
sorry.
ZA. I played it for like an hour and a half. It's fine.
Oof.
It's kind of mediocre. It's kind of lacking. I was really excited for the new battle system, but it just was not good. It was just mashy.
I know,
This
I
is
just
really
talked
fucking
about
mashy.
World. I think ZA is worse than World.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
You can, I can...
Have you played it?
What?
Have you played it?
Fuck no. I experienced it. I think I'm going to use that as like a point of reference from now on. I think I'm going to use the if it's better or worse than World to explain how I feel about a video game.
Interesting.
Because-
I didn't know there could be worse than World.
Oh, trust me. World is polished, if nothing else. It looks good, it sounds good, it feels good.
There's just not a lot around it.
Yeah. And it's
Pokemon.
if you're better than World, you've got a solid skeleton with some meat on the bones. And it only can go up from there. If you're worse than World, you're ZA, where it's like that's just straight up arguably not a video game. That's a chore. That's some shit my mom
Yeah.
would make me play to punish me. Like if I was a kid present day, my mom, if I like didn't do the dishes, my mom would straight take Bonanza out my Switch and replace it with ZA.
Wow.
She'd be like, "Yeah, go ahead and play that shit." It's like downloading fucking malware onto your grandma's computer.
Wow. But yeah, I mean,
Sorry.
you're good.
Local
shit, what else
bitch
you
who
got?
has nothing to say has a lot to say.
What was the first part?
Local bitch
Oh,
who has
local
nothing to say. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that was like the standout for October, November for me, was just playing Mario Galaxy 1 and 2, especially 2.
Fuck yeah, baby.
Having that on modern hardware is fucking incredible.
Love me some Galaxy 2.
For real. Especially with the thing they changed in handheld mode to let you use the gyro for the cursor for Starbits and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Game changer, literal game changer. Switch 2 version is the best way to play those games, hands down, 100%. It's incredible, and I am really happy that they're on there. I'm just a little pressed that I don't have a physical version of the Switch 2. Fuck you, Nintendo. Anyway, then Pokemon dropped, and then nothing happened out of that. Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity I played for 30 minutes. I haven't touched it since. I have nothing to say on it other than it looks really, really pretty. Like, the visual quality of that game is amazing. So then that brings us to the game that I actually have time in, Kirby Air Riders. And I'll tell you this. I don't know if I said this in the 6 months in video, but... Excuse me. What is it? That game has one good mode. But that one good mode is really fucking good. I think Air Ride is a waste of time. I think the fact that you can't hold at a steady speed without hitting enemies or anything, you just auto drive, and you gain speed by hitting enemies, but then you just randomly start slowing down to a crawl so everyone passes you for some fucking reason. You don't know what they're doing. And it's because they're following your
trail.
Your trail, yeah. But it's like it's such a weird imbalance, and I'm not a fan, especially since half the tracks feel like ass to play.
I skipped out on it solely because of that. It is a ridiculous thing to say that the Sonic Racing game is the best racing release in a year where Nintendo released 2 racing games.
Insane to me.
But it is the case because I could not care less about City Trial. I am really just interested in like straight racing, and I found that game to be. I thought I was doing something wrong. It's like the Dragon Drive thing again, where I was like, "There's no way that this is how it's supposed to be played." Right?
Yep,
like,
that's how it's supposed to be played. I hate it.
I did not like it either, and so I didn't get the game because I figured there was nothing in it for me if that was the case.
Yeah.
So
and I'll go to bat. I'll die on the hill of City Trial in that game being like so fun for me specifically. It's so addicting. I love that. I love that.
Yeah, I just don't.
But
I don't think I vibe with that.
Yeah.
Type of.
I hear ya.
Well, City Trial is probably better than Smash Run because you actually.
Oh, 100% it's better than Smash Run.
Well,
there's a big gap between those two.
Well, yeah, I'm saying that like I don't know. I'm very mixed on those kinds of things.
I hear ya.
But I just don't think City Trial is a big enough draw for me.
I kind of agree with that. It's just as someone who owns the game and has played a lot of it, a lot of that time. I think maybe 85-90% of that game, for me, has been spent playing City Trial.
Yeah,
I know Road Trip is a thing, and that's like the whole story mode and everything, but I have not
in the
felt
Chipmunks Road Trip.
I have not felt inclined to touch that mode once. I think I maybe played it one time, and that's
cutscenes are cool.
Cutscenes are cool, but like that's it. It's just more Air Ride.
What?
And yeah, I mean, I will say, love the customization options. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's great. It is extremely intuitive. I love the options they give you, and I really hope that it's a proof of concept for Smash Bros. In the future. Please, Nintendo. Please let me just get my fucking.
The next Smash newcomer is gonna be Bandana Waddle Dee.
Thank God. I've been waiting.
I didn't know you were a fan.
I am a fan.
Like before or after Air Riders?
Oh no, before. I've been wanting Bandana Waddle Dee in there for a while.
Okay.
It's kind of the Waluigi situation where it's like you want the quartet.
Yeah.
You want the quartet playable. But I'm a lot more passionate about Bandana Waddle Dee than Waluigi.
I would like Woolly Yoshi.
Me too. Woolly Yoshi would be fire. Anyway.
Sorry.
Off track. We can talk about Smash later.
Next week.
No, we gotta talk about everything else next week.
No, that was the joke.
Oh, they're gonna. They're gonna announce it. The deal looms.
Yeah, bitch. That's right. We're getting Smash announced and released next week.
Me when I'm absolutely fucking delusional.
Shut up.
We're dropping this. This drops on Wednesday, so
This joint
we
gonna
will
be
know by then.
available today.
Fucking hell.
End of the direct.
Smash Ultimate Switch 2 edition. Well,
It is
been a good run,
so
guys.
funny. It is so unbelievably funny that we're just treating whatever Nate the Cuck says as like gospel. Dude just gets on his podcast every 60 days and goes, I've heard that. And then whatever he says next is just like true now. Sorry.
No, that's really funny.
I don't hate the Nate. I just wanted to be funny.
That was pretty funny.
Thank you. Did you play anything after Air Riders?
I played Metroid Prime 4. I played a good few hours of that.
Uh-huh.
Not terrible. It's also not anything groundbreaking. I've also been told by a very reliable source, one Elite Smash Bowser Jr. If you know, you know, that the ending sucks. So, oh well.
Oh no.
I haven't played it in a month, so I guess I'll never know. And then I think that's it for 2025, and then everything this year. What came out first? Was it Mario Tennis? It was Mario Tennis.
Yeah.
That game was fun. I like that game. I actually think I actually might like it more than Aces, low key.
It was Tennis and then Pocopia and then Yoshi.
Yep.
I think.
Damn.
Am I missing
That's
one?
it. Mario Wonder Switch 2 edition. I'm gonna gloss over that. I think that's the only one worth talking about.
That's true.
And it's not even just because our thing is Wonder.
I also wanted to touch on that as like a first year of Switch 2 thing is that despite their efforts, I seriously do not consider Switch 2 editions to be meaningful content. Like whenever there's an announcement,
that's true most of the time.
Like I would like to say when there's a direct, but there hasn't been. Whenever they go on like any social media or like Nintendo Today and announce Switch 2 edition stuff, I just keep scrolling. If there's a direct next week and there's like a Switch 2 or Switch Sports Switch 2 edition, I just don't care. I genuinely have no interest in Switch 2 editions unless I get them for free.
That's
in
fair.
the case of Zelda.
That's fair. And I mean, in Zelda's case, it's just a frame rate and graphical boost.
Pretty much.
That's it. Who cares about notes? And Zelda Siri.
Yeah.
But I think Mario Party Jamborees was ass. Kirby Star Crossed World was just, more of the same levels, just a little bit mixed up.
Yeah.
And then, like, none of them are really, like, anything crazy to talk about until we get to Mario Wonders. Nice. Because at least that game has, new playable character, new levels, new bosses, and then a whole multiplayer section that I have yet to try out because I don't have friends. But
you do have friends.
I don't have friends that I am around super often. But
you can just tell me to hang out.
don't fucking do
I'm sorry. I didn't mean that though. You could just like hit me up.
No, I know. I just, scheduling has been fucked.
I'm sorry.
We
I didn't mean to make it weird.
We have to be adults and responsible. And
I didn't mean to make it weird. Sorry.
You're fine.
I'm gonna cry.
No, you're not.
I'm crying right now.
Turn into a ball.
No, I'm crying.
Okay, well, fuck you then. So Mario Tennis Fever, I actually think I really like that game. I haven't played it in a while, but I really like that game.
Not a big tennis guy personally.
Yeah, no, that's fair. But as someone who played the shit out of Aces, I actually think I prefer Fever.
Wasn't Aces like the crowned champ of tennis up until then?
Yeah.
Aces was
Aces
older,
was
right?
It was the Switch one.
Yeah, like
It
early
was the
Switch
one with the meter and the zone speed and everything.
Well, yeah, but like it didn't come out in like 2018.
18,
yeah.
June 2018.
Shit.
Yeah. 8 years between Mario Tennis games.
Wait, there wasn't one in between?
No.
What the fuck?
It was tennis, then it was
Strikers?
golf.
Yeah.
And in 2021, and then it was Strikers.
Man, they really are just not doing fucking anything over there, huh?
Yep.
What was the point in delaying the Switch 2 to take a fucking vacation?
Yes.
What are they doing?
But
The two
I
biggest
really like
games
the-
that it
what's
got
called?
were Switch 1 things.
Yeah, I like the rackets. I like the rackets and Fever a lot. I think it's really interesting. And then also Luma is playable in it, so that is an
Oh yeah, I
automatic-
forgot about that.
That is an automatic good game in my opinion. That's why Mario Kart World isn't good. Luma isn't playable.
I think if she was, it would just make me more angry on your behalf. It's like, imagine if there was a good game where Luma was playable.
I mean, hey, at least Luma's playable, and I still find World fun. So
Yeah, well, we'll see. If they add her later on, that'd be pretty cool.
that would be dope. But I'm not holding my breath. That's the one NPC character they didn't add into the roster. I hate it. I hate it here. But man, what's it called? What came out after? Pokopia? I haven't
Pokopia.
played that shit. I have not. I still have not played it.
Do you own it?
Yeah, I do. I put the game key card in
Haven't
like 3
played that shit.
I put the game key card in for that game 3 days ago.
That's funny.
I haven't touched it.
I think you might like it.
I might.
I've heard a lot of people do like it. I've
I
heard
was about to say it's still wild to me that game and Tomodachi Life have been such big Switch 2 system sellers.
especially considering that one of them isn't a Switch 2
yeah,
game.
I was about to say that, but also just like Pokopia being this big hit game standing alongside Mario Kart and Donkey Kong is like, wow,
Yeah.
that's wild.
Pokemon, I guess.
Like that's the pull of Pokemon. If you make
I'm hoping that
yeah.
for the rest of the Switch 2 generation. Never mind. Finish your thought. I'm sorry.
You're good. You're good. And then there's Yoshi,
Yeah.
and okay, it's an okay game. It's a video game.
Mhm.
It's a 2D platformer. That features Yoshi.
Hell yeah.
Not much I can say about it, other than it's leagues better than Crafted World, and that bar's in hell. So
Damn.
it is actually, it's got a lot of charm to it. I do really like the ideas they have for it. It's fun. It's a very interesting premise for a Yoshi game, and it's kind of fun. Just kind of like you're going around and collecting data on all the creatures in the book, and you get to kind of experiment, and they do different things. They react to different items.
The bookie decks.
That's exactly what it is. It's the Yoshi Dex.
Mm-hmm.
And then the gameplay feels good. It's a good feeling Yoshi game.
It's fire.
I think Woolly World's better, but
Very weird first year.
it's been a very weird first year. And then also Mario Wonder Switch 2 edition is the only one I'm even gonna bring up. I think it's fun. I think it's really good. I know I mentioned it earlier, but I think I don't know if I went through the whole of it. I really like that Rosalina's playable, and more Mario Wonder. Shout out to more Mario Wonder. That's what I'm saying. For those of you that don't see it because we're the only ones, did the fucking just raised the arm up and pointed like, yeah, I agree with that. Anyway, that's year one of the Switch 2 in terms of first party output. Overall, I'm not happy with it, but I'm also not upset with it. I'm very much in the middle. I think, for as disappointing as Mario Kart World is, I've been finding a lot of fun with it recently. Just me personally, just running knockout tours and stuff with friends. It's breathed a lot of life into the game for me. Donkey Kong is a standout game. Air Riders has one good mode, and everything else is just forgettable. Really, part of what's been carrying the Switch 2 for me is the third-party releases that I've been playing. Like having 60 frames per second Sonic and Shadow Generations is a huge deal.
Mm-hmm.
I love that that's there. Thank God. Perfect. My only problem, I was going to say no notes, but my one issue with Shadow Generations is how sensitive the control stick is. It's a completely different game on PS5 than it is to Switch 2 because the control stick is so damn sensitive. I try to hold it straight, and Shadow starts zigzagging, bro. Like, come on. I'm trying to stay centered.
There's not a setting for that?
There's not a setting for it. I looked.
It's crazy.
There's nothing. That would be cool. It'd be a cool like console feature to just kind of like have a dead zone.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Wait, can you... Switch
Yeah.
1 can do that, right? You can't?
No,
I swear there's like some kind of dead zone calibration thing you can
not
do.
that I'm aware of. But you know, having that game on there is great. Fortnite runs like a dream. Rocket League runs like a dream.
Fuck yeah.
I love Rocket League. Fuck yeah.
Me too.
Having Madden on there, this is a totally me thing, but it just I love having the football game on my Nintendo console. It's awesome. It runs at 30 frames per second, and that pisses me off. But it's okay because this year's won't. I win. I'll talk about that next week, but I could not go the entire episode without saying that I won. Did me mentioning Madden make you think of that video?
Yes!
I showed him the fucking Knicks compilations of all the people in the city just going crazy.
Someone brought a fucking robot just to say fuck Trey Young.
It's awesome. It's
I'm
so
sorry.
good.
I'm so sorry.
It's so good. No, this was warranted.
Oh, God
and then
damn.
games like the Final Fantasy VII remake series. being
I
on
was so
there
excited for the third one to come out.
Is awesome. Me too. That's gonna be so cool to see like simultaneously. And
I
then-
just really like consoles.
Oh, I completely forgot about Street Fighter 6.
Yeah. Big one.
That's a big one.
I'm really hoping that it becomes well-rounded to the point where I can just enjoy everything that I want to enjoy. Like,
Agreed.
Red Dead 2 is on it, right?
No.
No, it's
Not
just Red
yet.
Dead 1.
Red Dead 1. But
Yeah.
it's a Switch 1 game. You just get the Switch 2 version. You just get the update for free.
Yeah, I'm hoping that, like, GTA comes to it.
You think 6 will make it? Or just 5?
If 6 does, it will not be day and date.
Oh, no, absolutely not. But
But
do you think it could? Because I've heard rumors that say it will, but I don't know how believable that is.
I think that
Even for the Switch 2, that's been getting a ton of like current gen releases.
I think
something
that
like
if
GTA
there
6
ever
and, like,
if there ever were a company, it would be Nintendo.
that's fair. I agree with that.
But like even then, I just really like there's something to be said about like I really enjoy having everything like in a hub where I can like play a couple Worlds of Wonder
Yeah.
and then just like hit the home button and go to Rocket League.
Yeah.
That shit is so fun.
That's been carrying my entire Switch 2 experience. Like I remember like from a year ago, and you know, to kind of bring it back to the 1 year anniversary thing, I remember with my Switch 1, I had an OLED too, but like during the Switch 1 era, I remember maybe switching between like 3-4 games maybe on that thing at once, and one of them was Smash Bros. Because I had the game card inserted at all times.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was barely ever, unless I was like recording video for it specifically, that a game other than Ultimate was in my console. Everything else was Tetris 99. I think that's it. I think that was it. I don't know if I played anything else like super religiously on my Switch 1. I would have stuff like Sonic X Shadow Generations or Frontiers or Rocket League or Fortnite would all be on my PS5. And if I wanted to play any of those games, I would, simply unplug the HDMI, put it into the PS5, boot that up. Now,
Hit
completely
home
different.
button, baby.
I hit the home button, and everything I want to play is right there. And even the digital factor is great. Having games like I have Madden digitally, I have Tetris 99. I've got Sonic and Shadow Generations. I've got a lot of the games that I want to have digitally just to be able to jump into, like the Galaxy games. I have both physically and digitally. I'm thinking about the robot, bro.
Me too.
I'm thinking about the robot.
Okay. But you know, like having all of those games just Crossworlds. Crossworlds is a big one. Having that game digitally, like it just really rounds out the lineup for me. Like I have all of these games that I, you know, can just jump back and forth between if I want to. But even then, I found myself getting up and switching the cartridges out of my console a lot more. Like, maybe there's one night I want to play Mario Kart, and then I'll switch it back to Smash Bros. And then I'll switch back to, you know, like Kirby Air Riders for a couple rounds of City Trial before I go to bed, just to turn the brain off. And then, you know, I'll feel like playing Donkey Kong, and it's like, all right, let's jump into Donkey Kong, do some Emerald Rush. I've found myself having a wider variety of games, not just like, I could say like, oh, obviously I'm playing a wider range of games on one console, but just factoring in both my Switch library and my PS5 library, like the only games I'm really missing out on if I don't ever switch my HDMI cable over at this point are the Spider-Man games. And even then, I spent like 2-3 years playing the shit out of them. I have no reason to go back to them until it's like time for Spider-Man 3. Or just like around now because I want to play them again. But, you know, having everything under one roof that I really need at a moment's notice, and just being able to have a wider variety of games at my like disposal, it's so nice. It's so nice to be like, it's so nice to be able to have that feeling.
Yeah.
I really like that a lot.
I started thinking about, like, especially with this generation and, like, the third-party support. I remember in the Switch 1 generation, there was a really big, like, personal thing for me where I was really into just, like, getting the best possible Switch experience because I was, like, into getting accessories,
Yep.
battery packs,
Yeah.
extra storage. I really love the fact that the Switch feels like a very all-in-one, like, central gaming device. And I think that especially once Nintendo gets moving with their first-party output and the third parties don't slow down, it's just going to be so exciting to watch, to be involved in the community as a whole.
Absolutely.
Watching things like Game Awards will become fun again because it all actually applies to me.
Yeah.
And not in like a, well, I guess I have a fucking PlayStation kind of way.
But, you know, like, all this stuff is coming to Switch, too. It's
Yeah,
like we
but,
were
like,
watching Summer Games Fest over the week, and, you know, State of Play had some, like, other multi-platform games. Nice.
Thanks.
Sorry.
Sorry.
But, you know, you're good. But, you know, seeing stuff like Final Fantasy VII Revelation be a Switch 2 title, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Day and date.
Yeah,
Hell
it's
yeah.
just, it's so much fun. And I really hope that, like, even, like, the Switch 2, like, the form factor is the same, but the magnets are so much fun. The kickstand is so nice.
I've been saying, it's such a big upgrade over the first one. Like, I don't ever want to go back to the Switch 1.
I'm really excited for when the generation really gets going.
Yeah.
Because it
way
feels
slower
like
start.
2025 was another delay.
Yeah.
It genuinely feels like nothing fucking happened.
Yeah.
And it's really sad to say, but, like, once things do start happening, like,
there was a jump with, like, oh, here's Mario Kart, here's Donkey Kong, see you next year.
yeah, like, imagine a world where it's like, you know, Final Fantasy Remake comes out, and then the next month is, like, a huge Nintendo platformer. And then the next month after that is, like, Red Dead 2.
Yep.
And then the next month after that is Smash or something.
Whew.
Like, imagine that being a world that we live in.
Having having the Nintendo hype cycle with like all these big games and then having the third party shit is gonna be nuts.
I sincerely, with the bottom of my heart, want them to update the home menu
Yep.
so that I can really just like look at it all. I just want there to be like a Wii U looking home menu.
Oh yeah.
Where like 3-layer, like imagine just seeing like
3-layer
icons.
home screen would kick ass.
Imagine like seeing like, you know, your Switch profiles and like the hot bar on the bottom, but then you have like, you know, like Red Dead and Final Fantasy and like Mario and Smash
Like, dude,
all next to each
yeah.
other.
Like, hang on, I'm gonna boot up my Switch real quick, just to kind of give you the view I'm seeing, because like everyone's got a completely different experience with their Switch 2s. Like, people are playing Persona, people are playing Final Fantasy. Shit, I'm playing Madden. Who else is playing Madden on the Switch fucking 2?
Who else playing Madden in general?
There's a lot of people.
They're all bots, bro.
You call me a bot, but like,
No, because you're on the Switch too.
it's true. So like, you know, Smash, Sonic Racing, Rocket League, Madden, the Galaxy games, fucking Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Fortnite, and then, you know, you go down a little bit, Hitman, Yoshi. Hitman next to Pokemon Pokopia is crazy. Star Wars Outlaws, Minecraft, Mario Wonder, into the Hollow Knight games, into Shadow Labyrinth, shout out, into Persona 3, into Cyberpunk, into Street Fighter, into Assassin's Creed, into NBA 2K26, into ARMS.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just having a library like this just wasn't possible on the Switch 1. And just kind of getting to see it blossom over the year has been really, really cool. Like, you know, I have all these Nintendo games, and then Final Fantasy VII Rebirth here, awesome. Or like 2025, you can see like this is a little bit more varied. Like, you got your Mario Kart, you've got your Cyberpunk, you've got your Hitman. Into like further down, you've got you know, Dragon Drive, Madden, Shadow Lab, and then Metroid. Like, all these games are just under one roof now. Into the Hollow Knight games, like Hollow Knight 6, Silk Song. It's
Just like looking at it really brings me back to like the awe of like the original Switch, and I just
Yeah.
really can't wait for it to be populated with first and third parties to the point where I'm like genuinely at a loss of what to play, not because nothing's coming out, but because I just can't make up my mind on what excites me most.
Yeah, agreed. And I do genuinely think we will get there.
I don't think that it's not gonna happen. I just am not entirely sure when, because I'm still fully expecting 2026 to be sleeper.
Me too. Me too, absolutely. Especially with GTA 6 coming out.
Not even that. Like, there's still so much that we don't know about the rest of this year that I just...
Yeah,
To wrap this up, I don't want to stay here all night.
of course. Yeah.
The next Direct that's rumored, I'm fully expecting it to be business as usual. Like, I think it's going to be very light on new announcements and very heavy on, here's the actual release date for this thing that we told you we were going to make. And mostly just that.
I think we're just gonna like see Duskbloods drop in like October, and that's it.
Mm-hmm. I think we need a date for a Fire Emblem.
That's true. Everything else has a date. What is it? Star Fox. Ooh, Star Fox is a couple weeks.
Yep, that's true.
Star Fox.
Another very weird game for the year one.
Yeah. Well, we're in year 2 now.
Well, true, but like I'm saying, the first 10 first-party games are gonna include Star Fox, Yoshi's fucking Book, and Fire Emblem,
Yeah.
and not 3D Mario, Smash, or Zelda.
Yep.
Very weird. Very
It is.
weird.
It is a very interesting. It's a very interesting time to be alive, for sure.
Anyway, I don't think I have anything else really to say. I rambled a lot, but I'm just really looking forward to feeling the way I felt with the Switch 1 again, because I think the hardest part is over. I think when it comes down to it, the games were always going to come. It's just a matter of when.
Yeah.
I think the thing I was most worried about was whether or not the hardware would be able to keep up. And the fact that it is as fun to use, as beautiful to look at, and as powerful internally as it is, I think the only part that we could have probably fallen into a pit is over. I think from this point on, it's just a matter of when.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Do you have anything else that you'd like to add?
I don't think so. I think you summed everything up. It's been a first year of the console for sure. I took a set off someone in a Wi-Fi tournament with a single ice climber about 4 hours ago now.
Wow. Is it this red button when we stop?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, that was the
Yeah.
that's the first year of the Switch 2.
Yeah. We got a lot to look forward to coming up,
And
but
we have a lot to talk about next week.
oh yeah.
So hopefully by the time next week's episode happens, we will know more about Nintendo.
Yeah.
But like I'm saying that like this rumor direct will have already aired.
Yeah.
Was the leak that it was announced next week or airing next?
Oh
week?
no, it's airing next week or this week
I guess that is true.
because they don't usually announce direct super far out. They announce it like a day or two before.
Yeah, I just wasn't sure what to expect really, but
No. I think the rumor's been the 9th, so we'll see.
is that Thursday?
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
Like 3 days from now.
3 days from now.
Shit. Well, we will see then.
We will see.
Alright, I think that about wraps us up for today. Happy 1 year old Switch 2.
Wahoo.
Hopefully your year 2 is more interesting.